get solved. We've been duped into a vast mirage. I'm a cross between Master Fard and an astronaut. Murderous appetites, war games with transit cops. Virginal sacrifice, coronate satanic gods. Father of abomination like mansions pops. Blood ceremony, homie, make sure the dagger's sharp. Crocodile briefcase, exchange cash with sharks. Diamonds and golden guns, smashing you with hands of bronze. Graphic calm with the cameras on. Trap between Tetragrammaton and Babylon. I'm 1,000 horsepower in the Magna bomb. With more than enough firepower to splatter y'all. It was a shootout at the Grammy Awards. I spent 90 in court, attempted murder and a prior assault. Beat the case, rolled the dice and I walked like a 40 dude. Sheba played a corner with a mic when I talk. The conviction on my tape is rape wicked like Nixon. Blonde heads, inscriptions with 3 6s and kiss the pyramid experiment with high explosive. I slap box with Jesus, lick shots and Joseph. The conviction on my tape is rape wicked like Nixon. Blonde heads, inscriptions with 3 6s and kiss the pyramid experiment with high explosive. I slap box with Jesus, lick shots and Joseph. The conviction on my tape is rape wicked like Nixon. Blonde heads, inscriptions with 3 6s and kiss the pyramid experiment with high explosive. I slap box with Jesus, lick shots and Joseph. The conviction on my tape is rape wicked like Nixon. Blonde heads, inscriptions with 3 6s and kiss the pyramid experiment with high explosive. I slap box with Jesus, lick shots and Joseph. Gutted the glory, another young hustler story. Learn from the mistakes of my uncle that done it before me. Blitz out with razors, death horror, leave children crying. Skits out like slayers, felt form, see cushion ride. Young shooters bring a pistol full, caught up in their crucifixion rituals while worshiping Lucifer habitual. The streets raised me, I'm from Brooklyn like Jordan and Jay-Z. To be where I'm from is a great thing. While your daydream, I make things happen, get things clapping, spray things laughing. 18, I stopped taking acid, but it left a stain on my brain that remained massive. Doors of perception open till they lay me in the casket, until I stopped making murder rap. Because the Bible was written by those who were convinced the earth is flat, and I'll be dead before this war stops. Praying at the altar of the war gods, the war rocks. The conviction on my tape is rape wicked like Nixon. Blonde heads, inscriptions with 3 6s and kiss the pyramid experiment with high explosive. I slap box with Jesus, lick shots and Joseph. The conviction on my tape is rape wicked like Nixon. Blonde heads, inscriptions with 3 6s and kiss the pyramid experiment with high explosive. I slap box with Jesus, lick shots and Joseph. The conviction on my tape is rape wicked like Nixon. Blonde heads, inscriptions with 3 6s and kiss the pyramid experiment with high explosive. I slap box with Jesus, lick shots and Joseph. The conviction on my tape is rape wicked like Nixon. Blonde heads, inscriptions with 3 6s and kiss the pyramid experiment with high explosive. I slap box with Jesus, lick shots and Joseph.
Yes, give thanks and praises to the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, conquering line of the tribe of Judah. Elexibeli Ramaskan, Lamlak Migos, Kungusa, Karamana, Ramana, Wadana, Suasila, Ilmaskan, Wadashalo, Wadada, Suasila. Kikiramis, Jerusalem, Ilalam, Aslam, Jehovah Alam, slash I love I.
Serves a man got rhyme for days. Word up. Faggot ass MC. Spitting out garbage rhymes. Faggot ass MC. Word up. Slap the shit out of you, motherfucker. Tonight, please, you know me. Gotta roll trees, roly poly. Behold me, scoring mad points off you goalies who try to cock block, stop and slow me. Ain't no way to control me when I'm coming, sitting brains down the dame. You couldn't withstand, make complaints. Should've told me, please, your ass insane. I beat heads in, but blessing. Consider it a blessing. Your next step, oh yeah. Can't fuck with this shit. Straight from Medina, 718. Yeah. Franklin Avenue, Red Hook. What up, Nostrand Avenue? Bushwick, Best Style, Brownsville, Crown Heights, yeah, all over Brooklyn, hold up, yeah, hold up. So when you think about competition, days to decades, better retire, days to become
Yeah, welcome to the Machine Lies, where we talk about the lies of the machine on the machine that lies. And we got some more people out here to expose, on the internet streets. You know what I mean? And essentially we'll look at some of their performances, right? And we'll critique the performance and we'll try to get to the bottom of what they are doing, right? What's the purpose of their interactions? What are they trying to establish? Right? What is the focus of their entertainment model? Because this is entertainment, right? And how they cross over into IRL and try to collect information on people, private individuals. Okay. Stream their mental breakdown, right? So we're gonna see how Schizomaxxing at Drewburger really works, right? And how they're actually targeting the targeted individuals on the internet or whatever, trying to catfish them into their online group and then make videos and content based off of that, right? So we're gonna do it on a case study basis, and this is just one aspect of their so-called entertainment. How they try to work with and entrap low-level content creators, right, into their sort of lol cow, whatever the fuck they're trying to do. You try to create shekels on the internet, try to create content, try to make it go viral. Right. So instead of trying to get to the bottom of anything that's going on in this world, this is how these people spend their time. I mean, so let's get to it. I mean, and Truth or Cow, of course, you're here with us. Blessings. I mean, thank you for being here.
Yeah, man, good to be here. Yeah, this is what I was laying into last night. We've been talking about this for a few weeks now. I think about every stream for the last couple weeks that I've done. You've come on and we've talked about this expose that's going on out here, and I mentioned it last night, and you didn't post your link or anything, but it's interesting that well, we'll get it. I'll let you. You know where I'm going.
Yeah, we got this. People out here. Obviously, they're live right now. They already knew that we were gonna go live, right? So every single time me and Truth or Cow go live, the Cockboy Hotline crew also goes live. This is a notable, event. Right. So
Every
obviously,
time, dude, it's
every
wild.
single time. Right. So obviously, we announced that we were going live, and just like clockwork, you know what I mean? Cockboy Hotline and Toilet Bowl Birth are live at the same time. We don't even share the same audiences at this point. Right. But yeah, let's check this out on Truth or Barbecue. This is where we first met Samantha. Now we're doing a case study on Samantha. I don't know who she is. The show is not about Samantha, right? But it is about Cockboy Hotline crew, okay, and how
And
they and
Samantha's
what?
awesome, dude. She's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, she seems correct, but obviously we're sympathetic to the view that the government is sending frequencies to try to control people and all of that type of stuff. We're sympathetic. We're very sympathetic to this view here at the Machine Lies. Okay, we have tons of information about um, you know, ELF and how it can be used. Okay, and obviously Jose Delgado and all these people, they've all given lots of presentations and stuff. So okay, this lady, she's interested in the angle, right, about targeted individuals, and she feels she's being targeted, right? And this is why she hops on Drew's panel, because she thinks it's a place that people can openly discuss these types of issues, right? Little does she know that she's being corralled into a online group where their whole purpose is to collect information on her, right? As much personal information about her life as possible, right? So that they can make a spectacle about it for their internet talk show, right? And this is how these people get subscribers, right? Pretty sick, low level shit. I'm talking about
Dude, for
low
certain.
level tabloid level shit. Like I'm talking about like tabloid level, low level fucking shit.
Yeah, I mean, are you surprised with their behavior in the past? But this is the first time I'm hearing that she was previously saying she's a targeted individual and she went to them. I didn't hear this aspect before. This is the first time I've heard this.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it, and you know, you guys are gonna take a little trip over here through a few of these videos, and you know, we'll see what happens. So this is where they met Samantha. So let's see how they meet Samantha and their interactions with her first time, and then we'll go on from there. And this may take a few hours to unload. You know what I mean? So that's just the nature of things. I know when we do like reaction things like this, it just takes a few hours to unload. But yeah, it is what it is.
I'll look for it again.
Oh, did you get the Tommy clip? Oh, okay, yeah. So Tommy didn't know that he was that he had his camera on, and there was a.
Oh, by the way, Tommy and the Jay Dyer producer, Slow Boy Whiteboard, they have lots of interactions together. I don't know what the plot is there, right? Don't know how they got embroiled with each other, but that's a notable person in Drew's Discord that was saying that me and my wife are insane, spreading misinformation about me and my family, right? This person is Slow Boy Whiteboard, right? I have never met this person in my life. So I'm pretty freaked out as to why she's trying to collect personal information on either my family. She was in Unseen Warfare's chat asking how old he is, right? You know, and of course the you know, Ebitard is pretty much you know, embroiled with you know, this guy Ebitard is pretty much embroiled with Illumitami and Rose 777 on their shows all the time, working with them. And Jay Dyer actually appeared on his show, right? So the connections that these people have, right, to these big name, you know, people is very obvious. They're fake online show where they pretend like they're independent researchers and they're some kind of counterintelligence agents. Truth or tard. Yeah, right, buddy.
We know the whole story. You put it online, dude. You put it out in the open. The whole drama.
How about we just analyze the story that you put online? Oh, so there's other stuff that you didn't tell the online audience. That's hilarious. Yeah, I wonder what they didn't tell.
Could there be? What else? Hey,
I wonder what else they didn't tell people. I wonder what they didn't tell people about how they use this girl. Right? Hilarious. Let's see. Why don't you release the full story then? Oh, we don't know a fraction of the story.
Yeah, you're right.
So what are you hiding?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you hiding? Okay, so after we're done with this, we'll have to see what Ebitard's hiding from us about this story.
Absolutely. If there's
maybe
more
some
to
Grace
it
Thorpe
than
angles.
We certainly need to dig into this.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
insane.
maybe some Grace Thorpe angles, right? Right. Here's this retard, Omatium. Right. This guy likes to watch Made by Jim Boob and other weak channels, right? All right. Wow. Really stacking up in chat here. I appreciate you guys being here. Let's see.
Fucking, I guess he had a dildo and fucking porno on his screen.
Oh, he had a dildo and porno on his screen, but I'm the retarded one, right? But you're the one talking about dildos and how you got fucked in a club, in a strip club, how you got roofied by some gay dude. That's online. But I'm the retarded one.
I shouldn't take it easy on this guy. He told me to stick a fucking shotgun in my mouth. So like, man.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably, you know, with pork chops falling out of his ass. I mean, right? I mean, this is exactly what it is. I mean,
yeah,
but you know, you know, what a retard. But yeah, let's go on with this. Ebitard, we call him. You can't fix the tractor. Ebitard. Hold on, we got a clip for Ebitard.
Tent, and he could accomplish more. Nobody gives a fuck about your dumbass fucking philosophy. Nobody gave a fuck about anybody's philosophy takes. What the fuck? When did a philosopher ever do a fucking thing? Show me one time a philosopher ever did a fucking thing.
Facts.
Yeah, we'll let them do the real work. We'll let them do the real work. Right, but I'm the retard.
Words to tell me whether or not the right fucking exists. Words to tell me how are you even using words to tell me whether or not the right fucking exists. Where do the words exist? Right? Like
So
they don't understand the basic philosophical underpinnings of what they're talking.
Right.
How suddenly
So
I was
philosophy-
about to back him there, and then all of a sudden, now I see you were saying the philosophy's so important to him. All of a sudden, there.
Philosophy is so important, and it's not important, and philosophers never did anything. Oh yeah, and the retard can't even pronounce philosophy when he's too fucking drunk. All right, let's go on. Okay, so there's the smarts of Ebitard. All right. Okay, you've shown yourself. We got 2.5 hours of clips of you being fucking moron. All right, let's just move on.
And he didn't know. He didn't know.
I don't see it. I don't see it on here, slow boy. Unless is there another slow boy?
Oh, we gotta go on.
Lighting this.
At Wisconsin.
I think.
Okay,
I
so
know
this is
that.
The show's about to get good. Here we go.
finally they need some content. Show's about to get good, so they finally entrap this little girl, little 12-year-old girl on their show. All right, let's see how good it gets. I mean, right? Let's see what they're trying to achieve here, or let's see what's trying to, let's see what the point is.
I never go to Noah's Ark. I go to Odyssey. I think.
What's up, sweetheart? Can you mute the device you're listening to?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's not me. It's her.
Drew's got to groom those 13 hairs on his fucking beard there.
And then, okay, like you muted your mic, but can you just mute like you're listening to the channel so there's an echo? But unmute the mic.
Okay, I've never done this. Hi.
Yeah, it's all good.
So just add this window. Okay.
Okay, is it your birthday today?
Yeah, it's my birthday.
All right.
Happy birthday.
So these clips are going to carry the show from now on. I'm going to offer very little commentary to you guys. All right, this is going to be the show. All right, it's just going to be me showing you guys what happened here. All right, so okay, I've explained it enough. This is not my expertise. I'm not an insult comedy show. I'm not a reaction show. This is not what I do on my spare time. I'm just showing you guys what these people do in their spare time. Right, or maybe they're doing it for some other reason. Maybe they're feds; they get paid to do this, right? Or maybe it's just some kind of LARP, or maybe they're this is how they have fun. Even more disturbing that this is how they have fun, and this is some type of fun time for them, right? So whether it's for entertainment, whether it's for their own personal fun time, right, or whether they get paid to do it, it's pretty fucking disturbing, right? So let's move on. All right?
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy
Oh, I
birthday.
didn't have any songs today.
Oh, I'm the retard. Let's see that again.
All right.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy
Oh, I
birthday.
didn't have any songs today. Cool.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh, I didn't have any songs today.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
not creepy at all, folks.
What's-
That's not creepy at all. Let Uncle Ebitard sing you happy birthday. Very strange.
What's up?
Like-
I'm new to your channel. This is odd. But
Alright,
you were
alright.
talking about Sabrina Wallace.
What country
how
are
much-
you in?
I'm in Canada.
Oh,
I'm
well,
What
that.
country are you in? Also trying to figure out where she's at. Where are you at now? What's the state? What's the zip code?
I'm in the most south of it. Yeah.
That explains enough from the get go. So
We have a lot of like energy attacks. Here.
Look at how close he is to the computer now. All of a sudden, now that she's on this, like the whole show, he's like at a normal, backed up from the screen. Right?
Oh, he,
Am I
he
wrong
starts
about that?
simping hard when chicks go on there. Have you ever seen him and Ezra, dude? He simps so hard, dude. It's ridiculous. A married man, by the way.
Yeah, and also, yeah, I mean, we've basically recounted, Ebitard's coomery. I mean, right? His time at the strip club, his time talking about fools for Christ, sexual degeneracy, and all that type of stuff. Obviously, his relations with the Thorpes, they're obviously always promoting Grace Thorpe and her sort of time with their father or whatever the hell that was. So they created some sort of lol cow circus around that. Okay, and you can go on Drew's channel and you could see hours and hours of footage where they created a spectacle of Grace Thorpe and her disgusting, online behavior, obviously, promoting incest and that type of stuff. So this is these guys, right? So obviously obviously not Christian type of stuff.
Like my town is either full of Satanists or witches or this energy attacks.
Are you a French? Do you speak?
So there she is. She said her town is either full of witches or feds or energy attacks, right? So she's saying that she feels like, obviously she's presenting herself as a targeted individual, right? Now you could see Drew rubbing his chin, right? He's thinking about the shekels. He's thinking about, how can I entrap this woman? How can we get her into more shows? How can we have a personal, type of interaction or whatever with her? But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking and just let this play for a while.
French?
No.
No.
I'm on my 900th day of Russian Duolingo, but even that, no. It's like
why do you think there's so many Satanists in your town?
I think there's
what draws them there? I mean,
it's like Kingsville, and I think that there was a lot of like just corrupt, like when you see the pictures of the people on the walls of like the founders, they all look really like creepy, like super creepy. Like even like the church I went to, it's just like I don't know what kind of things you guys talk about, but probably
we talk about creepy.
Yeah, they're like really corrupt looking, like
corrupt looking.
Yeah.
So why don't they just tell her, we think you're a retard, we think you're crazy, right? We think truthers are crazy, we think targeted individuals are crazy. Why are they pretending to be friends with this person? She doesn't know what they talk about on their show. This would be a great time for them to be very upfront and honest and say, well, you're kind of the kind of people we make fun of on this show. Right. So I don't know why they're not being upfront with her and just telling her, instead they're trying to catfish her and trying to be like friends with her. Right. And saying that, and now EBT is claiming, no, that is the kind of stuff we talk about on this show. Yeah. Targeted, yeah. Warlocks and witches and stuff. Yeah, that's our show. Even though it's not.
I don't know how to go find it.
I mean, what do you think about this guy with the flat brim hat? I mean, that's pretty corrupt looking, in my opinion. What do you think about that?
Maybe just like gangsters that probably would like, I just feel
that you look like you're in high school. You're dressed like you're in high school.
Yeah, they have no idea who she even is or whatever. They just immediately, so either they know her from before or they're complete idiots. Like, why? Like, you're not going to even like really actually figure out who this person is before you jump in and do your
Maybe they
entertainment
did.
bit.
Maybe they did know who she is, because according to EBT, oh man, we don't even know a fraction of the story here. So what are they hiding?
Right.
What else? Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, that's
you think he probably works for Venezuela. He probably works for Venezuela, to be honest.
Yeah,
I mean, there's subliminal messages all in here that you haven't even caught on to yet.
But then again, I see you're wearing the three-striped Adidas. I mean, like, do you work for Venezuela as well, or no?
I just got this. Is it?
Do you play the football? You play the football? No, you do not play the football. No.
So you have 3 stripes on one arm, and then there's 3 stripes on another. That's like a 33.
That's a 666, right? That's a 3. That's a 666 and a 33.
Encoded.
Well, I don't
AI did this.
What
Adidas?
What have you? Hold on. What have you experienced then since that you agree with Sabrina Wallace about?
Okay, so like I started having these like crazy panic attacks.
So Sabrina Wallace is the lady that talks about the ELF waves and people trying to control your mind with the with the electronic frequencies and all that type of stuff, right?
Right. And so there's even more subtle. So very recently, as this case builds up, every time as I'm looking into something, the information I need, like and perspective people bring, people from outside the internet told me about the people that these people discredited. Like the first time I ever heard of some of the creators, and I was asked to keep the creator anonymous by this individual, but the, they immediately discredited his whole perspective about plasma, fires and all this, and what it actually means, and how it's like an energetic thing that causes things to burn from the inside out, and it's about the magnetic frequencies of the earth and all this. And this was one of the first individuals that I saw them comment on. It was the first time I ever heard of this individual, and this individual has a lot of wisdom, and they just discredit these people. It's very odd, and they've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, and there's sane people who could offer a critique, people who know about the occult, know about physics, and they could look at that line between science and spirituality and actually decode what these people are saying and actually talk reason to them. But these are not those people. These people are just doing an insult, sort of improv comedy show, and using live viewers and live panelists as bait while collecting information on them in their Discord. And so this is actually what's going on.
For years.
For years, they've been doing this, by the way.
Before the Panelverse even existed, they were doing this for years on Discord.
Okay. So, yeah, and welcome, Unseen. Blessings.
What's up, brothers?
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
peace,
What's up,
man.
dude? I thought that was Hank. The icon.
Crazy, dude. No.
Yeah, kind of a strange topic here today, but nonetheless, I think it's pretty important because these people have been, certainly aware of our show, right, and aware of our online presence, and actually so much so that they stream every single time we go live. So we're here commenting on them as they go live today.
So what do you think it really is? What do you like, if you had to guess, do you think they're being paid to do what they do, or do you think it's just like...
Well, they already have jobs, so that's the thing, is that they have low-level jobs that they don't get paid that much for. They're kind of blue-collar. So in a way, it makes sense, but, in another way, it seemed like they could be thinking like, because this guy on the right, Ebitard, he just monetized himself. So I think he might even think that he might have some stake in the game somehow, like he could actually go viral doing this, and that's kind of their thing here, is that they're like kind of rubbing their hands together and thinking, as this girl's having a mental breakdown, like, we hope this goes viral. We hope that this girl's mental breakdown will make us go viral.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So I think I think they want to be as big as Jim Bob. They're kind of butthurt that they're not. So they have Jim Bob on their show. They kind of say how fake he is, but they kind of do the same thing.
Oh, EBT's like a mod over there or something.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah, they get rated by Andrew Wilson. Yeah, they get rated by Andrew Wilson. They have Jay Dyer on their show. They have Jim Bob on their show. So
are you seeing this whole thing with Sam and Dyer and all these people going at each other?
Yeah, totally fake. Yeah, totally fake. It looked like they sent Andrew Wilson over there to insult him because Jay Dyer was too afraid to debate him. It's obvious, right? And then Jay Dyer comes back and says, "Well, you can only debate me on the Crucible, where he's not going to debate." So that was obvious.
Well, that's not like a fair playing field. Anyway, I would think that they would pick somewhere else. Like
they exposed it as not a fair play. Yeah, they exposed it as not a fair playing field. That's all they did. They exposed the Crucible as not being a neutral platform.
I know. I went to Sam's thing because I seen Dyer talking about how he supported the Church of the East, talking about Sam supported the Church of the East. And I'm like, well, your patriarch supports the Monophysites, right? And in like 1996,
right,
and like an official statement, he said that there is no Christological issue with us, whereas Chalcedon says there is. You get what I'm saying? So he's like calling Sam out for something that the people he's under actually do. You know what I mean? It's pretty funny. I pointed that out, by the way, to Sam. I wonder if he ever brings that up. I don't know, but.
Scam Shamoon and scam Drew Wilson.
Well, I'm not like a big fan of the guy, but at the same time, like, the way I look at it is this is like Dyer has sort of cut true orthodoxy off. So I look at Sam as like, okay, you have a platform where you can get through to this guy. Why don't you say this? Like, why don't you bring up the KGB? You know what I mean? Or why don't you bring up the fact that, you know, this ecumenism is going on in these jurisdictions? So if he's calling him out, I'm like, I might as well give this dude a bullet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
This is where I get lost. See, you have to slow drip this information to me. I know these people on this panel over here. So this is where I'm shameful. It's like I should know about these things. I don't. I know about these people though, and this clip is like we got a lot of clips to get through. My only thing. I'm not gonna be on here forever.
I'm gonna type to Jay
TML gonna be
Nelson.
going long term.
Or I should just tell him what is a monophysite? It's a Christian who believes that essentially that Christ has only one divine nature instead of dual human and divine nature. So, you know, it's quite a complex theological schism, and there's a lot of nuance behind it. But not a lot of Muslims are aware of that. Not a lot of Christians are aware of what I just said, unfortunately.
I've never even heard of that word.
So, yeah, exactly. So we're a little bit more advanced here because of our friend Unseen Warfare, and we're able to distinguish these terms. Was I correct on that, friend?
yeah.
Yep.
The only thing I would say is like Nestorianism believes in two natures, but we believe in two natures that are a part of the one hypostasis. So it's not as if the two natures make two persons. It's one person with two natures.
Yeah. So you heard that they even have two natures and you know, and two persons. There's also a issue with that. But yeah, blessings. Yeah.
Yeah,
you know, yeah, it's very interesting stuff, and you know, but what's also interesting to me is that the Dawa guys, right, on the Muslim side, they're having similar ops where they're all battling each other online and saying each other is frauds and saying they're fake Muslims and stuff, and one of them got accused of doing a hotel marriage or whatever, where this girl came out and exposed texts where the guy told her to meet up at the hotel and have a secret marriage with her, and he went online and said you're allowed to get another wife and not tell your wife about it.
No, that's crazy.
Crazy shit. Yeah, so it's getting a little bit weird in the Islamic online shit where it seemed like either one of them was honeypotted, one of them and then they're also getting into fights over geopolitical issues, like whether we should support Iran or not. Right. So it's very interesting. I mean, right.
So where are you at with this Truth or Cop? Like, what do you feel about all this stuff, man?
Dude, I'm like in the woods trying to figure out what people are talking about now.
Yeah, I've gone there too a little bit.
I see that there's certainly a lot of influence. There's obviously influence going on all over on many levels. It's like how to define it, what's really going on, how to put it in words. You know, I'm not there yet.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're not talking about Alul today, so there's not 10 people watching me. There's 30 people watching. Oh, isn't that great? But we're doing some stupid drama nonsense. I wish you people would show up and hear me talk about Jacques Ellul and the Technological Society. You know, and actually care about something that matters instead of this low-level nonsense, right? But we're just doing this for fun to attract more people to the channel. So that's why I got to, you know, drop that on you guys, you know, before we move on here real quick, because, you know, this is soft, low-level shit, right? You guys should be here when we talk about the real shit, you know, when we actually read primary sources and go through, you know, works like Christ the Eternal Tao, you know, Bill Joy's Why the Future Doesn't Need Us. We talk about, you know, responsibility of human beings to relinquish technology, and we talk about the real threats against the human race, right? But yeah, wow, that so many, yeah, exactly. They won't show up for the real shit, but they'll show up here, right, to talk about drama, and obviously, it's half of them are the hate watchers from the other channel. All right, incredible. I mean,
you know, like what's amazing is like how many correlations between progress and how many of these groups have like sort of like a chiliastic plan for the future. where it's this like utopian ideology, and they might be battling on the surface, but it seems to me at least that there's something behind all of this that's directed in the same, like it's going the same direction, That's very strange.
Well, it's spiritual influence for one, but then you also have like the corporate influence and all this shit like, to consider, and the government influence. And
Yeah,
they're doing all sorts of things.
Yeah, I was looking into Germany. Had a Zionist party over there, and they were planning on helping the Zionists send Jays over to Israel to take over the land of Palestine all the way back, in World War II. And, like we're kind of seeing that play out again today. Like it seems like they're using these tools again to, the same tools that were used all the way back then, but, it's more advanced for the plan. And, what I could tell is just like media is sort of pushing this not only on social media, but like news stations and all that. Like there's some weirdness going on, man. It's heavy.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. See, they're playing my wife's YouTube again on their channel. See, this is how it is, folks.
Already,
they love to get into my wife and my personal relationships and all that type of stuff. See, this is the thing.
Dude.
We should look at his whore wife and her fucking YouTube and see what that looks like. Literally disgusting suicidal takes from his wife, right? About all of this nasty stuff. But yeah,
You talking about EBT here?
No, I'm talking about the guy on the left, right? So this is the thing that they'll look up personal information on you if you question what they're doing online, which is trying to get into the personal information on their so-called targeted groups here. So
that's to silence you, man. It's like a manipulation technique to where it's like, well, if you keep coming at us, then we're going to try to pull up personal information to embarrass you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
right. This is only the first video we're doing. Okay, Cockboy Hotline. This is only the first video we're doing. Yeah. You keep making videos, we'll keep responding to your fucking videos, and we'll do it while your show's on. Okay, Cockbody Hotline. All right, so this is the actual thing that you're gonna get from me. All right, it's total fucking disrespect. All right. So
I know that you said there was a lot to get through, and then I realized you already said this was part of a series. This is like 3.
Oh yeah, this is part of a series on Cockboy Hotline and his weak ass content, weak fucking content that he makes.
That's a psychological tactic that is used by certain political groups to influence people to push them into certain groups and different things. So I mean, this is like seems pretty strategic, dude. Like they might appear to be like not really as maybe legitimate as some think, but I think there's some pay going on here, some Tim Pool types things going on.
Is this a show right here? Weekend Circles? Oh no, wait. No, wait.
Turbo Text Free Edition, 30.
Well, sorry about that.
7%.
Here, hold on. Yeah, let me pull it up just to show you guys. Because this is fun stuff. I mean, we get attacked live. On a special that literally says Katy Perry goes to space, right? So let's record this shit and see the attack. And then we'll move on. See, this is proof that of everything I literally said.
It's a live fucking performance somehow.
Live fucking performance.
A live case study example of what the fuck these. How do they don't even see it?
Well, let's check it out, folks.
They assigned his wife to him or some shit because of the work that he does.
What? What?
Wow.
Oh, okay. So I'm a targeted individual too, folks. Yeah, I'm out of my mind. Being followed. Yeah, see, this is the thing. Hilarious. But you're looking up information on people online and calling them feds. What about that, Drew? Pretty weird, dude.
Glowing.
That's literally what TML would say. Hold on, where's the wife shit?
Oh, where's the wife shit? We got to look up the wife.
How do we really get personal in this guy's life? Meanwhile, the guy beneath
Yeah,
him,
this is her.
Toilet
Her name
Bowl
was
Earth, we don't know
Sleeper
his
Cell Girl
first
on
fucking
Twitter.
name.
Schizophrenics, God bless our little creative souls,
Wait, this is
are also
live
in
right now?
office in places of power. And when these delicious
Yeah.
tales of
Yeah, it's live right now. Yeah.
Wow.
See, I got them spinning. I mean,
That's wild, dude.
right. See, I don't even talk about them on my show. See, this is the thing. I could force them to talk about me on their show just by going live and talking about this shit. So here, let's find out about me and my wife. Oh, no.
Lizard King Zuckerberg doing these dastardly, cartoonish evil deeds like the villain of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's the super evil schizophrenic. Sounds like
Right. So that's just a genius, hilarious post by my wife. I mean, obviously.
Steven from the Sandy Machine. Like,
Totally.
That has Steven from Sanity Machine ever said anything that intelligent? Wow.
And they totally went to make, dude, they went after this dude after this point. This must be old. This is old stuff.
Yeah. So we're insane. We're schizophrenics, right? We're crazy. But the only one who got 5150 is Two Family Drew by his ex-wife. Isn't that hilarious?
Wow.
So he got sent to a mental asylum by his ex-wife, but we're all the schizophrenics, really. And he admitted that on stage, by the way. We got the clip of that too. Incredible. So wait, you're the one who gets 5150, but I'm the insane one. Oh, that's how it works, Drew. Drew, what the fuck are you doing online collecting information on all these people?
Oh, homeboy's here right now. I see him.
28 people watching it, bitch. You know.
Where's the video?
What's funny is she's subbed to
It's
my
so
chat.
funny. I don't even show up in their chat or show up to their show at all. They're always in my chat. They're always in my fucking chat watching my show, watching every episode, waiting till I go live and going live when I go live. But with 3 fucking people that can't even stack up any form of criticism against me. Hilarious. Oh, your wife did this. Dude, your wife is literally retarded online, holding up knives to her fucking neck and saying, "Oh, I hope God kills me off," and all this stuff. Dude, shut the hell up, dude. Your wife and you are schizophrenic
What is your first name?
Satanists.
What is your first name, dude?
Yeah, what's your first name?
Like, seriously.
Andrew. Yeah, we know about Andrew Thompson. We know about Skylar. What's your first name, TVE? Just hide online like a little bitch boy. Right. Keep hiding, boy.
Channel.
Oh, really? Sleeper Cell Girl?
Oh yeah.
being predictive programming hot 20 years later after the Brad
that's
stalls.
creepy, dude.
Where's the videos of her talking? She's got like the deepest voice.
Radical honesty.
Here it is. Hold on. This is his wife talking.
For me and Joe. I said, okay. Cry so loud. And it's done. This is my first day in jail. And it's my last day in jail. Hooray. But I didn't say that until Abby said, "Hey girl, you want some coffee? Are you okay?"
What the fuck? I don't know what's going on with that one.
Yeah, this is definitely strategic, man, bro.
Let me tell you, the one time in life, you could look this good with these hairy of legs, spinning on a fucking wheelie, office chair, bitch.
Spinning on a wheel, spinning on a wheelie office chair, bitch. Yeah, my wife's a homie for real.
I look good.
Yeah, she seems cool. I don't
Imagine
know
you
the
meet this
criminals.
bitch the way she.
Oh, let's hear what he had to say. All of a sudden, my wife's a bitch for no reason, right? Isn't that funny?
Fuck you, go to hell, okay? I look good.
Okay, imagine you meet this bitch the way she's talking, and you're like, "Yeah, this is the one. I'm gonna put a ring on this one."
Right, but his wife that literally looks like a 12-year-old boy, like a man, right? and she's like making these posts, on Instagram. Should we pull up his? I mean, we pulled up a show where we did his, where we showed his wife's Instagram, and also Sanity Machine pulling up his wife's Instagram and saying she belongs to the streets.
Dude, honestly, I wouldn't even fight them with the same fire they're using.
Yeah, I agree.
Mine's above that.
Yo, Stevie.
No, we're gonna go back to the show, but I'm just showing what's going on. I'm just showing. I mean, we looked up his wife's Instagram, right?
No, this is clearly like fuck, dude. This is it's so stupid. Like, on what level is this even what you would do with your time as a grown man, unless you're being paid, or like a complete and total idiot? One or the other.
Yeah, it seems to be that it's strategic. Like you're touching on some subjects that they don't want, out there. So it's like a slander. And
by the way, this guy on the panel with him, he calls up my family. Okay, he looks up my house on his stream, right? Okay, and they made up a bunch of lies saying I also abused my family, right? So they also made up a bunch of lies on that level, right? So they're complete liar frauds looking up personal information about people online. Exactly, I just proved it. They're doing it to me, right? And they're doing it on a streak on a bunch of other so-called performances online, right? Why are they doing this? I mean, my show has nothing to do with their channel, right? I only had the misfortune to appear on their fucking retarded channel many times where they literally summoned me onto their channel, gave me a bunch of compliments, sucked my dick, right? Told me how great I am, how intelligent I am, had me on to talk about philosophy and all that stuff, and then turned around and said, oh, I'm a retard, I'm a schizo, when you're the one who got sent to a fucking 5150 to a mental asylum, Drew.
That's
Hilarious.
Another tactic, dude. Like that's like a love bombing manipulation tactic almost, like to lower your guard and like, make you think everything's all good. And then, it's some, I was looking this up earlier, man. This is definitely some like gang stalking tactics, brother. Like weird.
Yeah. Yeah, and we know where Drew lives too. We know where Drew lives in Florida. We know where Andrew Thompson lives. All right. So yeah, keep making videos about me, you little bitch boy. All right. We could call up your work again. With forklift operator. At Costco. I remember when Bach Precision called up his work and got him fired, and he had to move. Little scared little bitch online. See, this is a real thing. People show up to you in real life, Drew. See, you don't want any real life shit. You want to know about my real life.
He doesn't. He can't even meet his own friends in real life online. Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah. Toilet Bowl Earth. He's worried about his tattoo that he had. Yeah, we'll show that after this.
I wonder if Drew even knows his name. Drew might not even know Toilet Bowl Earth.
He doesn't even know Toilet Bowl Earth's name. He's like, "What's that tattoo on your right hand?" He's so fucking afraid of his online friends. Oblivious and afraid about his online friends, dude. Yeah, you're a fucking avatar gangster, cockbody outline.
He has a trans wife.
Are we making fun of wives?
Yeah.
I just came here to make fun of wives.
Yeah, let me pull up his wife's Instagram. What's his wife's Instagram? Layla Amars. Yeah, we can make fun of this.
Oh no, this is Jerry Springer. What are we doing?
We'll do that in a minute. We'll do that in a minute. Give me a second.
It's already enough to get through.
I imagine this is really the American dream.
Yeah, because I think that's
talking
literally
about.
like the Arab code, he's Indian, I'm pretty sure. There's no such thing as Pakistani. They're all Indians.
Is that why they cover their face up and shit so you don't know?
So basically
wait, what? So Pakistanis, they're going around covering their face, so you don't know they're what? Not Arabs? I don't even understand what the fuck's going on.
Self-hating.
This is the most retarded shit. This is the most retarded shit I've ever seen. Yeah, and this little bitch boy needs a skin check. First of all, the guy on the top is a Mexican bitch, right? The guy on the bottom is an Iranian faggot, right? So what's their, You know, what's the, you know, like how, like, what are you, part of some superior race here?
They grape the women to breed them, but they make love to the men. Like that's like their real.
Wait, what?
What?
What the fuck?
What?
What the fuck? Yo, he must be talking about his church. I don't know what's going on. It's fucking weird. Yo,
Dude,
That's
I don't
their
even want
real
to hear
passion.
how low they'll go.
Who's he
man.
with?
Motherfucker ain't even breeding. I'm out here breeding, motherfucker. I'm more Muslim than you, motherfucker.
Wait, is he
I'm about to have my
Orthodox?
fourth in 4 years, bro.
yeah. You got 4 kids. How many families? 2 or 3 families? 2 family, Drew. Yeah. Keep popping out babies. And how many wives you got, Drew? Right? How many? You know, the fucker's setting up franchises. You know, his ex-wife took him to the mental hospital to get 5150'd. You know, but he's a big tough guy out here online.
Man, oh
Right.
my god. He and
Wow,
Talcott
dude.
need to have a conversation about that.
What about your other family? The fucking deadbeat dad Drew over here, 2 family Drew. Yeah, keep popping out kids. Right, great stuff, Drew.
You better get to work, bro. I'm an old man.
Breathing machine. This breathing machine with the dick over here.
Yeah, you're an old man. You're 44 years old, dude.
You about to push or tee this dude? This is crazy.
This dude's a 40-year-old dude online. Okay, I'm literally 34. Like 10 years older than me. It's fucking sad, dude. Gossip show online. You got a fucking gossip show online. Fucking
He
homosexual.
didn't study anything well enough other than the fucking YouTube drama. He's displaying what he's researched and studied his whole
Right,
life. and
exactly.
It's really
That's
sad.
it. Really sad.
Get out of here.
I'm out here straight breeding.
Yeah, that's
man.
real though. Like you never see
I'm
these shows sort of like cover any topics of any value or any worth. Like, you know, I'd like imagine you heard something on like Marxism or like philosophy or something from them. It never happened.
Even the white race, dude. You supposed to outbreed me.
The white race? You're a little Mexican bitch. Go sell t-shirts on the corner, buddy. You sell bootleg shirts online as a grift. Okay, dude, come on, dude. Get a whole fucking hold of yourself. You're a forklift operator.
Listen. The last thing we want to do is let them get us off the trail of the case study that we're already providing examples of. Obviously, they're fucking spiraling.
Here, hold on. There's like, here, hold on. There's.
They're in fucking
There-
damage
here, hold
control
on.
mode, clearly.
There's 3 more minutes of this. I'm just gonna let it play,
Alright,
and then
alright.
we'll go back to it. Yeah,
I heard his wife looks like a little man.
she does. She does. Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it in a second. We're gonna let this play, and then we'll look at pictures of his wife, and we'll say how how much. Obviously she looks like a little boy, and then we'll move on with the presentation here. Thank you.
Nick Fuentes, aren't you?
We're gonna
You're not. You're
reverse
like. You're not exactly white, but you're white enough.
No, I'm half white.
I'm full brown.
Well, you're Iranian is considered Aryan, right?
Yeah, that's a little different. Yeah, we're not Arabs.
You're Aryan.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what Truth or Cop is doing.
America.
I don't know what this is supposed to be. Like, I don't know. I guess he's just running out of content, running out of slop to fucking talk about with his other maladjusted fucking panel dorks that have literally no other lives except the panel drama that they like induce on a day-to-day basis. I really just don't understand what he's doing right now. You know,
What is Toilet Bowl Earth's show? Literally having fucking Illuma Dummy up there and Rose 777 up there to create fucking fake internet drama. So literally, that's you.
This is accuse your enemy of what you're doing to cause confusion.
Right. Crowd as they strike you.
Right.
See, Robin doesn't know. She knew I'm Mexican, half Mexican.
Robin's probably Mexican.
She's something. She's not white.
Yeah, like look at this guy, Smoke and Mirrors. Yeah, you don't watch my show. You don't watch my show at all. That's why you're so confused right now. You think that, oh yeah, I'm just critiquing something that I do all the time. I don't do this all the time. That's false info.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
mean, yeah, I've been here. I don't know, maybe like I've been showing up every now and then for a while now, and every single time I come on the show, you're talking about like a lore, you know, the Tao or religion, or you know, all these pretty hefty topics, man. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and Bill Hicks. Oh, I thought you said you don't like this show. Oh, Bill Hicks, I thought you said you don't like the show. Oh, Bill Hicks in my DM saying he doesn't like this show. Oh, but you're watching it now. So you just hate watch shows? Dude, you're a fucking homosexual, dude. Like real talk. Or like big
Homo.
Like real talk.
Homo.
I don't know what she is, but she's.
Wait, well, who's streaming? Are they both streaming their own streams? That's so gay. That's like docking. That's like
Ooh.
metaversal docking.
They're docking.
I don't even get
Yo, will you stream me if I restream you, bro? Like, can we like?
Oh, so
that's literally they crawled up under each other's fucking nutsack, right? And they're literally a fake crew online. You know, me and Truther Cop, you know, we have nothing to do with each other. All right, these fuckers are literally in the same
I didn't
Discord.
want to make note of it, but when that came up on the show, I noticed the first time I saw it, fucking the views of the panelists have nothing to do with this show. I've never seen that disclaimer before. I didn't want to.
Yeah,
bring
let's
it
get
up.
this. Yeah, let's get this little bitch, Bill Hicks, out of here. Bill Hicks, go fuck yourself, buddy. Have a nice fucking life. fucking loser, dude. Dude, you're a straight up loser, dude. Like you're like, dude, you're a literal loser. All right, have a good life.
Truth or Cop is on TML, and he's just restreaming it from.
Like
TML.
when you get a show and you can get anybody to watch your show, all right, we'll see what happens, Bill Hicks. All right, and I'll literally be the first guest you have. All right, you know, let's see it happen, Bill Hicks. All right? Have a nice life, buddy. You know what a
You're
ridiculous
trying
person.
to diminish what we're doing over here. Oh, Truth or Cop's just on there and he's restreaming to him. That's all he's doing. Like, what is the point in commentating on this? Why are you guys doing this? It's amazing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Radical honesty, self-acceptance, or is it masochism? I'm just gonna punish myself by being
That's a dude.
radically honest and letting people know
Robin,
that I'm
is that a
actually
dude?
retarded.
Robin, can you get your expertise on this?
Well,
Is
you
that a
gotta
dude?
see her, I guess.
Robin, is that a dude?
But we're in the underworld today. Oh my!
They want to get up close and personal with me. They gotta make. They gotta see if my wife has a dick. They gotta see what she looks like, where she lives, where I live. Call up my family members. They gotta get real up close and personal. Seems like they're pressed. Seems you seem a little bit obsessed with me. You seem a little bit obsessed with me. You have no. I am the content. I am the motherfucker.
I think he wants to make love to you and rape your women for procreation.
Streaming and talking about us right now. He's watching a stream of himself in the past, watching your wife's YouTube channel. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking beyond, dude. It's really wild.
She's like, let me call up my homie. Is like, yo, let's watch me watch something in the past.
And look at how ugly this motherfucker is, dude. Like,
watch
look at
me
his
watch
head,
something.
like the fucking cue ball, bitch, dude.
He
Like,
needs the views.
look at his fucking head. This guy looks like the son of fucking Anton LaVey, dude. Like, what is going on?
My God, I have some theories, some spiritual theories. It's just a lot. It's a lot. But I'm gonna.
By the way, my wife's spiritual theories are the bomb, including this kid named Doug that she said was talking to God in church that was basically autistic. You know, and she said he sang in church. She said Doug was talking to God. Real talk. You know, my wife has some real spiritual theories, all right? And she said he actually saw Jesus. Right?
Wait, Doug said he saw Christ?
Yeah, Doug, the autistic kid in church, right? Definitely.
I doubt it. I think it was probably a demon, if we're going to be honest. If he did see something.
Who knows? Who knows? Unseen. Definitely. Could have been Christ, right? You don't know, right? Right.
See,
Interesting.
this is unpolished.
Is this his house? Is she at his house?
No,
here?
no.
So
I've already
unpolished right now.
You triangulated the position.
Yeah, I've already looked at all of his. Yeah,
there's the address right there. You can almost see it.
and that's the one thing too. I never actually doxed him. I never put his information on my streams. I just looked at his house on Google.
So that's a total lie, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's fucking insane. He bragged about like calling up.
He
your
bragged about
family
doing
and,
it
like,
online.
yeah,
Yeah,
as
he
well as
bragged
it's
about
not
doing it
you,
online.
Your father.
So the guy's total liar. Well, it doesn't matter because he doesn't know the 10 Commandments, so he doesn't have to follow them. So he's not a Christian, right? So that's funny, you know, right? Yeah, definitely very creepy stuff. Very creepy stuff, right? You know, but yeah, it is what it is, huh? So.
And even stranger still,
Nah,
Drew
that's all.
sat by and EBT sat by and made their own fucking crazy claims, and they didn't say shit about it. Not a thing against it.
His address was never on screen. Nothing
It says
like that.
2600 or 2800 or something. It looks like it says.
Yeah, that's definitely not the address that he lives at. He lives at his parents'
What are
house.
you doing? You're
And he said her dad was some kind of like bigwig at like Oracle or some major tech company. I can't remember. And said that's why they put her as like
No,
his
Robin,
handler or some shit
we're
like
asking
that.
you to judge. We're asking you to judge from the voice. Can you not? I mean, seriously, or do we really have to split hairs here? That's pretty mannish.
treading on new territory.
This person's manic as fuck. You can tell by their voice.
Yeah.
Complete vulnerability. There's no polish here. Your little C-class acting skills that you picked up from fucking acting school as a teen don't apply. You can't fake how
Where's Hami?
utterly insane you really are when you just
That's what she calls Mohammed. She calls him Hami. She's like, hey, Hami.
being alone with yourself. And you're
Am I supposed to be embarrassed by that? The pet name that my wife calls
to
me.
whisper to you in bed when he calls it Maxie or something. What the fuck is this, dude? What
This
the
is
fuck?
They're hilarious, ridiculous.
Those are some nice gardens though in the video there. I like those.
Yeah, this. I mean, I don't even know where this is. This is way before I even met my wife, so this is hilarious. But yeah,
Maybe they're researching and trying to figure it out how to be a husband.
no, that's why. No, that's what Toilet Lord said. He said he already researched. He figured out that this is not
They're like, what is this?
a house that I'm associated with. So they know which houses I'm associated with, which houses I'm not associated with. It's all very serious business online, you know.
Yo, what is the point of all this shit?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
You're literally talking to yourself. But you picture an audience. I have an audience.
Okay,
in
so
my
Robin
mind.
says the voice is sus but not definitive. Okay, well,
Very prudish. What would my audience be? I feel
maybe
like
she's
I
deeper
am
than normal. I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Cecil, is there a picture of her?
I can see
anywhere?
that.
Hold on, let me see if there's a
I just wouldn't talk to a woman that sounded like that. That's just me. Maybe that's just like preference thing. Maybe that.
Who gives a fuck what type of, like, are they literally watching videos of my wife? Like, would I sleep with this woman, or would I want to be in a relationship with this? Like, what? Like, what a ridiculous proposal, right? But yeah, that's literally what. Like, he's like, oh, I wouldn't talk to. It's like, who the fuck? Who gives a fuck what you want, buddy? Real talk. Right? Like, I don't go around looking at pictures of your wife, like going around like, oh, I wonder if I would want to sleep with this woman or not. Like, you know what I mean? Like, weird, creepy shit.
This is important research.
Christians.
We have
The
to figure it
Christians
out.
online.
Doesn't like disqualify.
Oh, okay. Here's this guy, Kem Before the Storm. So I follow that channel. I guess I don't think I even follow it, but I watch the videos from time to time with a channel called Audit the Audit. It's a good segue.
Yeah, we got the video of Kem Before the Storm, you know, and he made some claims. You know, they told a woman that they were going to murder her and all this stuff in their Discord. Kem Before the Storm had a problem with it. You know, he started talking about them in their Discord. They kicked me and Kem out of their Discord just for saying our thoughts, essentially. Okay, so that's interesting. So they're a bunch of very afraid of other people's opinions.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember
Yeah,
something.
so
You showed something about that.
the audit. And I didn't. This just came up in my feed today. Like I didn't go searching it, but
Oh, is that it? Is that
the
all they had?
audit has his video with his.
I think that's all they had. Okay, yeah, that's all they had. So we'll go back. So now they're attacking Ken before
Is
the
that them
storm.
right now? That was them right now talking about audit the audit. Because I wrote an article on that dude like 7 years ago when his channel, like 5 years ago when his channel like started popping, and everyone emailed me thinking it was him. And I contacted him once. I interviewed him for some article. I'll get back in touch with him and see what I have to check in on what the fuck they're talking about with that shit.
Yeah, for some reason I can't even look this Instagram up. Does anybody have Instagram and they can look this up and share the screen?
But we don't need to get into this. There's a reason we got so many clips to get into. Come on, dude. Come on.
Right. I mean, nobody attacked
we don't
your
wanna do
family.
this
I mean, give me a
bullshit.
second.
I know it's bullshit. I know it's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. But I don't want to like even be a part. I know, shoot, dude. Fucked up. For real.
Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, I can't do this. I don't know why I can't do this. But yeah. Okay, now let me take a look at this. Literally looks like Kevin. Looks like a man. That's his wife. It looks like a boy. It looks like a little boy. You guys see this?
Wow.
You guys see that? That looks like a fucking 12-year-old boy.
You look like a man.
Look like a man. All right. Look like a little boy. All right. No titties. Right. That's a man. Right. So, you know, we can't even pull up pictures here, but I don't know. Pretty sus to me, but we got to move on here. Let's move on to the videos we're watching here. And yeah, so this is the first hour of the program. I hope you guys are having fun, or whatever. But yeah, we're going to move on to, the Truth or Barbecue here.
Well, I don't.
AI did this.
What
Adidas?
What have you? Hold on. What have you experienced then since that you agree with Sabrina Wallace about?
Okay, so like I started having these like crazy panic attacks, people call them here, where like I would just like completely not even be able to like stop like I don't people call me like autistic, and I was like I wasn't like this before I lived here. And like other people have had experiences where like literally a person from our church, like he's never had any mental health issues, and then suddenly he's like thinking he's like a superhero in a movie, and like his wife went to a prophet and he said, oh, that like cannabis in your backyard, your Satanist neighbor hexed them. And he like knew nothing about them. So it's just like all these weird stories and stuff.
Did it feel like that you were walking on sunshine?
I was in the sunshine a lot, but like no.
But did it feel like you were walking on sunshine?
No, what do you mean by that? Like,
yeah, nothing. It's
She looks just like the girl from the fucking Walking on Sunshine documentary, bro.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, you remember the chick that was in her car inhaling fucking dust offs, bro? And she was like, I'm walking on sunshine.
Oh, no. No, I've never seen that.
South Park made fun of it. They made one where Towley was in the car inhaling the dust off, and he was walking on sunshine. But yeah, she looked like the walking.
But see, this
sunshine.
is the thing with these guys. It's like they're overly focused on like comedy bits and things like
it's a bit. He's doing a bit.
Yeah, it's all like a bit. All right. So this girl's
See,
telling
he's
you a
got
story
the eye
about.
of the Jew right now, bro. Look at it. Top
Yeah.
right corner, bro. He's got the eye of the Jew.
Yeah, it's on some shit where it's like,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
yeah, definitely.
Like the commentary for that freeze frame right there is just.
Yeah. Well, you know, essentially, she's telling him a personal story, and he's doing a bit. I mean, and she doesn't know he's doing a bit. Is essentially. I mean, so.
Like,
That's
yeah,
the
I don't
bit.
know, like,
I don't know how many people
Right.
are going to get that joke, but it's pretty funny if the people that do get it.
Psycho? Are you like, is it like
Air
American-
duster. Are you familiar with computer air duster?
like drugs? Drugs? You said no. I wasn't. I was on like, no.
You were on duster. You were on air duster.
No, that is like one drug
No.
I've done all the
Okay.
others.
I'm just checking. We're just trying to, we're truthers here. We're gonna investigate all possibilities here.
There's another thing. They lie about that all day. They say they're truthers, they're normies. They switch between being truthers and anti-truthers and post-truthers, and really what they're doing is they're pretending to be truthers, collecting info on truthers, to try to create a spectacle online. I mean,
This one time, I fucking broke down to EBT how he's a idol worshiper, and he figured it out that night, and he almost drowned in a mop bucket.
oh yeah, I remember
True
that
story.
one. Yeah, I remember that one. We still got that recorded too.
Fucking great.
True skeptics don't believe things on face value, right?
Yeah. What do you want to talk about?
So what was there anything that you did with your life where before you noticed these attacks? Like were you like exposing anything online or anything like that?
Yeah.
That would have made you a target.
I was posting wildfires last.
Oh, you mean plasma fires, right?
Yeah. So that was
There's
my
the
first
plasma
YouTube short,
fires, blah, blah,
and
blah,
you
blah,
guys
blah,
are
you
actually
know
the
that's
first
gonna
people
come
that are
up.
making me realize
This was
this.
the
But yeah, the
information
timing
somehow.
was
Wow.
my life is completely chaos forever. I don't even know what I don't have like any chat or anything that I'm seeing, so I just feel like I'm just talking to you guys. But
You got a channel? I mean, put your channel link in the.
Whoa.
Oh.
I think they got her. The Satanists got her, bro.
Got her.
carve that out.
Damn. Do you have a channel where
you think
talk
those
about
things mean anything? You think those things have inherent
Well,
meaning to them? Or
I
do you believe in Christianity that comes from? Or
yeah, like through the last.
So just pointing to a book, bro. What was that book?
It's her Bible.
Oh.
Yeah. So this goes on for a while. I'm gonna keep playing it until Bong Ripper comes in. That's about.
She looks like MK Ultra fucking material. Like, the fuck's going on?
Yeah, she shows the book. Yeah, that's at 3:22. So we're gonna play it for 20 more minutes.
She's all MK Ultra'd out, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. See, this is why this is the perfect specimen for them. They want somebody who's MK Ultra'd out. They're asking her what she was exposing online before she was getting targeted, to try to get to the bottom of, what kind of crazy she is, right? So I could really start working with her, meaning using her for content, right?
I feel like I, took Jesus on as a teammate in this, and you do get an authority through him. Like when you believe. I scratched out the 666, the Hail Satan, and the upside down cross, but then the swastika is so much bigger, and I literally thought that my landlord would get mad at me. So I left that one, but it also has a previous.
Your landlord let you move in though with all that on the scratch.
He doesn't. He's my.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. It's
yeah,
fine.
he's my ex's brother. He's an idiot and whatever.
Did you?
But I left the swastika because it's huge, but also because it used to have different meanings, right? So it could be
Okay. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. It's the stars. And yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
This
asking.
is Truther 101 stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, what's that Iron Cross thing about?
You're talking about the Maltese cross.
Yeah, they're different ones. Like it's not just like
Yeah, but I mean, like even the upside down cross is not satanic. There's Satan doesn't have a cross. Like for one, Satan doesn't have a cross.
Yeah.
The upside down cross is actually St. Peter's cross. It represents St. Peter because he was crucified upside down. So it's not satanic whatsoever. It's actually very Christian. The upside down cross. So.
That's cool. But like I had a friend who gave me like this, and she like didn't want it because she associated with like Nazis. So it's like
Thought it was evil.
Yeah, no. The Maltese cross was used by people within that region, and then it was used by the Nazis. But there's nothing inherently evil or wrong about it.
Okay, BT. So hold on a second. Let's get to the story. What you experienced as far as these attacks or whatever.
Is that a weed grinder? Is that what?
Yeah, that was
is
a
that
weed
what that
grinder.
is? A weed grinder.
You got that key? You got that key?
Is that allowed? Yeah, is it cool?
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, like I had a family, and then like a month ago, like this is on YouTube. Is this on YouTube? Is this like a therapy session? Is this like a? But I don't know.
Group therapy. Yeah.
To share.
Yeah, I mean that kind of sounds a lot like bullshit. And he's kind of excusing all of these different types of crosses, you know, because the Catholic Church uses it, right? But it's obvious that the Catholic Church is not the organization that's representing Jesus on earth, right? So him saying that all of these crosses, you know, these different iterations of the cross are not satanic, you know, they are used that way by many different groups, right? So he's kind of gaslighting and confusing a lot of different things. You'll see these guys do that a lot, right? Where they're kind of playing with, you know, it's like, yeah, that's true, but it's but that doesn't mean that, you know, no satanic groups have used it in that way. And definitely the Maltese cross, right, the Templars and all that type of stuff. I mean, it's a huge history behind that. So for him to just say, well, this is just
the way
a
they
type
use
of cross.
shit in magic, they put symbols right side up for different reasons, and they turn them upside down for different reasons. You know what I mean? Like they invert shit. So yeah, Peter was crucified upside down, but nobody nobody rocks an upside down cross, bro, for Peter, bro. That's not a thing. You know what I mean? Nobody.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen it. So
I've never seen anyone rock an upside down cross and be like, yeah, that's for Peter, son.
Like what?
You know Peter. And we're like, nah, we don't know. We talk about Peter.
You know Peter.
Talk about Peter.
Yeah, blessings to Unseen Warfare. I know this isn't really the type of stuff that Unseen Warfare gets into. He's more of a scholarly gentleman, right? So, right, this isn't really his cup of tea, you know. But blessings to him for showing up, anyways.
Unseen Warfare is a dingus.
I love that dude, for real. Yeah.
They're like, I'm getting into.
Yeah, we'll bill you later for this. We've already charged
like,
your
I'm getting into
insurance.
court cases. I'm not in court right now, but like, just the behavior of everyone in my family that like lives here and like happening to like neighbors now. It's like everyone is a psychopath, and it's like everyone is just like raging and completely just like not acting like kind or well. And I just like I know probably like everywhere is feeling kind of stressed, but like this seems just like violent and just really weird. And yeah, I don't know if it's like these like energy attacks that like, so when I learned about Sabrina Wallace, when I started listening to her stuff, and like yeah, like I'm like, this is a person who has either been through a lot of stuff, or like, you know, a lot of people say that she's making shit up, but either way, I think she's giving away a lot of really good valuable information that gets lost in her delivery. She's always just like complaining about people complaining about her, and that's most of her videos.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of people that do that kind of stuff complain about the same thing. Like they just what we would call like data dump a bunch of material, and then people will actually go and look at the data and be like, well, what you're talking about actually is bullshit. And then the person that data dumps will have to touche back with, well, these people are just attacking me. Like Archaics, for one, will say, well, these people are dungeon programming, AIX controlled. Like they don't want, they're in this mindset where they can't even understand this data. And I think it for somebody that is an actual, let's just say like truth explorer, I don't even know what the good term would be. Somebody that's just interested in these topics. It's very dangerous to look at one individual.
We got the homie here. Here, give me a second. Let me actually ask him real quick because I was wondering. Yo, did you hear what he said about this upside down cross and the Maltese cross thing?
No, I didn't. No.
Oh my God. This dude started saying that if you have an upside down cross and if you have a Maltese cross, there's nothing satanic about it because that's just Peter's cross. But it's like, I don't really see a lot of people going around like, rocking an upside down cross and then saying it's for Peter. Like the homie down there said.
Yeah.
Right.
I was saying that, and then I was saying, Unseen Warfare is a dingus and whatnot.
Okay. But
did you hear that part?
No.
Okay, dude. But I don't think there's any, in a Christian context, you're not going to find anybody wearing an upside cross. You know what I mean? For the purpose of Peter, like we don't do that. That's just kind of absurd.
Yeah, and it's like, see, he's excusing it because certain Catholic orders do that, right? So it's like, okay.
But he's an Orthodox, correct?
No, he's a Catholic.
Oh, so well, there you go. Really, I mean,
yeah.
If you look into it like deep enough, man, like those guys are, they're heretics, man, and have been for a long time. Well, what was up with that dude? Like, what did I do to him? I don't even know that dude.
No, he does that to everybody. He's just joking.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. I was like, what?
It's just
what are you coming at me for?
No, he's trying... Oh, wait, here he is. Yeah, he's funny.
Bro, I called you a dingus. How offended are you right now?
Bro, what?
Yeah.
Like, what even is a dingus? Could
you tell me? Just take...
Yeah,
I know I ain't no dingus, bro. What you mean?
I actually don't know. But yeah. I mean, it kind of like it sounds like an old title maybe. You know, even of respect, like Dingus Rutherford. I don't know.
I'm about to look it up.
Maybe it's
it sounds like something that hangs off the bottom of a turkey or something.
It sounds like a dingling dingleberry.
Like a dingleberry.
A dingus. Let's see. Used to refer to something one cannot or does not wish to name specifically. You can hack this dingus into having much better range.
There you go.
A doodad.
Whatever they say on face value and just go with it. Even if it emotionally like appeals to you and then you're emotionally bonded with this person through the screen, like you should never take what they're saying at face value. You should always do your due diligence and check what they're saying. Even if it does feel like what they're saying relates to you, oftentimes that's what an actual psyop will do. That's what a psyop really would do.
That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing.
Here.
That's what you're doing. All right. Am I right, Truther?
That's you.
That's you. You're actually, trying to act like you know what's going on here. You know that you know this person, that you could actually talk to this person, that you're not actually creating content right now, that you're seeing if this is a real person or not. You're actually tricking this person and psyoping them in the very same way that you're telling them to watch out for. How fucking weird and creepy is that?
Yeah, he just fully put himself on blast there.
Like,
and that was like a mockery of the chick he's talking to. Like, you have no clue I'm doing this to you right now.
Right.
That's like to lower her guard in some sense.
It's like low key. None of y'all know I just smoked a cigarette. Got him.
You could trust me. I'm exposing it to you. Okay, dude.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. It's looking for people that are in vulnerable situations as yourself. It's presenting material and presenting a person that seems to be kind of in the same situation as you. And then emotionally expressing stuff in a technical way. And then you're going to respond to that and connect to that and attach to that. And anytime that you do that, that's not going to be beneficial to you whatsoever.
Okay.
That's wild, dude.
So it's like
Is what I'm saying. Is what I would say.
Yeah, that's almost like a cult, like a kind of like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
He's just like explaining.
You guys know about
narcissistic
like the
personality
sovereign's
disorder.
way? Have you heard of law for mankind?
What is
Yeah, about like sovereign citizenship.
Yeah, it's kind of like if it's an umbrella, that's like one of the.
Yo, TML, could you speed it up by any chance? It's a little slow, draggy.
Yeah.
The way they be speaking is all draggy as shit. And I think it'll also help out with the flaggery.
Canada and Scotland, like there's two men, but my I guess my ex-husband now, he went to Scotland in July and came back, and he was like,
Why did he leave you?
well, I mean, he's always wanted to like cheat on me and just leave me for like 8 years and make me out to be a horrible person and all this stuff. I don't know. Like,
You guys have children or no?
yeah, she's kind of kidnapped right now. It's kind of like, I don't know, like his family just took her and said that I'm the problem, and I'm literally just reacting like to him being crazy. But so he like went to
Were you bringing up this kind of Sabrina Wallace kind of stuff with them? Or?
That was new, and that was literally like a light in my tunnel of like, wow, I'm not crazy. Maybe it's just this like 5G thing or 6G thing, but also it's like,
No, that's what's called a cope. That's what's called a cope.
I know. It just gave me, it kind of got me out of a hole, but like it just helped me to realize that like.
Yeah, I think this is Mike Malzahn in the chat. Blessings to Mike. You know, I think he's fighting with lizard. Is that Mike? You know,
that dude was talking crazy about you earlier, bro.
Oh, Kafir Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't been paying attention. I bet it's Mike Malzahn, who was the white guy.
Well, what he's saying was like basically like, look at TML, like he's I don't know, like basically saying you're like low tier, like freaking out.
People are jabbed up, bro. All right. Fucking Jabberwockies walking around.
That is him. So, yeah, it is. I'm a white guy. Exactly. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I know who this guy is. I mean,
Mike, did you take the jab, bro?
No, this is just a person that is essentially, what do you call it? Just a detractor against Islam. So that's fine. You could do your little thing against Islam here. That's not a big deal. I mean,
he like came back and said that he's not.
This show's not really about Islam. If you want to come up and debate about Islam or Christianity or technology, obviously I'll smoke you. I mean, this is how it works.
You're gonna have to read some books, and you're gonna actually have
Right.
to like, what I'm saying, do some research.
Right.
Fucking put in some work, and you probably won't do it because you're lazy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So you just stay in the comment section where you belong. Okay.
Entitled to experience anyone else's emotions, and like if I wasn't gonna let him to cheat on me, that means that he has to. That this is like what they're teaching him, and I'm like, I'm not.
Who's
I don't
teaching
know.
him that?
It's like law for mankind, like this like law for mankind thing, but maybe I shouldn't be talking about it.
Wait, what is it? I've never. We can talk about it.
It's like a website. But
Is it like a red pill thing or something?
Well, yeah,
Like
I wasn't sure, but like I also have like their material, and I think that what I'm trying to say is that he misinterprets a lot of it for his own thing, and that's another thing with like watching anything online or like watching anyone telling you this is the answer, is that when we would watch it together, he would have a whole different meaning than what they're even trying to say.
What are they? What do you think they're trying to say? He's here and cheat on you.
Yeah, and I'm hearing like, don't do that, and like you should just have this trust, and
so who's
like he's saying like yeah, you would allow it, but he's saying like he's like yeah, my wife and I would allow that.
Is he Muslim? Is he Muslim?
No, he's no. But my mom got a Muslim Uber driver today that told her on the way home that I'm so beautiful and like he loves his wife and he would never leave her and like stuff. And I'm like,
Oh, he was trying to holler at your mom.
Isn't that hilarious? They tried to diss Muslims, but then then she starts talking about how great they are because a Muslim cab driver. It was like very nice and very respectful. So yeah, that's hilarious.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, he said he would drive me anywhere and like he would drive my dad around. And
I mean, if I was an Uber driver, I'd probably drive you anywhere as long as you paid for it. I would drive you anywhere.
Whoa! What? what was that? Did he just make a pass at her? If I was an Uber driver, I'd drive you anywhere. Evatard got stars in his eyes. There's stars out here tonight. Oh boy.
Where you wanted to go?
Is this your husband here? Is this Thomas?
No, no, that looks like one of my old boyfriends from a long time ago.
Yeah, we're about to have marriage counseling here live on OE.
Hey, he got a Sega CD.
So
up in the
basically, he went to this like Scotland retreat, and I think he kind of
got Sega CD. Damn.
Yeah, man.
Wait, what the hell? Who is this guy? This is the strangest thing ever.
Yeah, I've never
I have
seen
no
it
idea.
before.
Yo, this is the fucking doctor from fucking what was that movie, bro? Back to the Future, bro. After he fucking loses his science career, you know what I'm saying?
This is some new shit. Thomas Anderson. I've never seen this guy in my life.
He's working on a new time machine right there, bro. He's using the Sega Saturn to make it.
Right.
He needs 800 million gigawatts. Okay.
And he got that game Third World War.
But he they basically like tell you about the laws and how the laws are all messed up and hard to like control the
What is it called? We've heard of something similar to this in the United States, but it might be different for the Scotland one.
Yeah, it's like Sovereign's Way. It's like
Sovereign's Way. It's a organized pseudo legal commercial argument.
Yeah,
Is what it,
yeah. So I'm actually
So
gonna
so your husband saw that, and then he wanted like a harem of women.
yeah, just like Colin's place.
He validated it that he already had them.
Yeah, because it's not the man's natural way to be monogamous. He needs to be polyamory because that's the man's natural way and all this kind of bullshit, right?
The girls don't even know about each other. So
see, you're legit. Your husband's a piece of shit. Fuck that dude.
Yeah, your husband's the crazy one.
I know.
Yeah, your husband's a crazy
you do.
What? So this is kind of crazy. So they actually believe this girl's crazy, yet they're giving her advice to leave her husband. They don't even know the situation. They don't know anything about this girl. They just met her for the first time. Isn't that really interesting?
They're looking for their new wife, bro.
It's a modern day Christian perspective, apparently.
Yeah, pretty weird. Like you don't know this girl. You're convinced that she's insane because she's talking about Sabrina Wallace. Obviously, you're using her for content, but you're going to interject yourself into her personal life. See, this is what we're here to see. We're going to see the unethical, aspect of this where,
Christians are not supportive of, divorce and shit. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be married. What are you talking about?
Right. That's weird. That's weird advice to give her. You don't even know this person.
Look at this dude's face, bro.
Well, I mean, I
yeah. And meanwhile, he's like, if I had
the face is so weird.
Yeah. And meanwhile, he goes, "I'll drive you around. I'd take you anywhere." Yeah, in a car. Like what the fuck? Very creepy shit.
He's 100% flirting.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a disgusto.
already came from. Like I already survived the.
No, yeah, it's probably both ways. But he was probably clever enough
like,
to.
He already, yeah. Like I got better.
How old is your daughter? How old is your daughter?
She's 6.5. She would be starting.
Oh damn! Wow.
And that's why next time I won't play it this fast because you can't even understand this girl when it just actually goes that fast. But yeah, you're in. But yeah, she gets.
He seems disappointed, bro. It's too old for him, bro.
Yeah.
Cool. Like
That's wow.
And she's just like she might be an Ajax, and the OPP
That's
are
such
like,
an
you don't want your kid to
important
be
time for both of you to be with her.
It's yeah,
That's
like she's gonna lose her first tooth, and I'm like, holy crap! I didn't even get to talk to her today.
That's sad.
Yeah, so it's really.
Were you guys involved with the church? You said before.
Yeah, so the like church, like I wish I had pictures of like their founders. Like they look.
What kind of church was it?
It's called like it's just like a United Church, but
like Lutheran or something. Or?
Was it universalism?
No, it's like it's just a United. They're just like non-denominational. It's just like the neighborhood church. I don't know, but
United Methodist.
No, it doesn't have any other words.
Okay, just
Like,
united.
like pastor is from Korea, I think.
There's Baptist probably.
Okay, those churches with those evangelical pastors that are like Korean, that's usually like a Christian Zionist operation. I mean, I'm not gonna go across the board and say all of them, but yeah, usually those churches with those like Korean pastors, or they'll be either Jehovah's Witness or evangelicals or something like that. That's what I've experienced.
Reality.
No, that's
No.
actually this one. United. Is it just? I don't know. I'm from like a Mennonite church, and I was Catholic before that, so I just kind of
Okay,
jump around
interesting.
wherever. Like, but yeah, it's because of the church's live stream that I figured out my boyfriend was or husband was like cheating.
What part of Canada are you in?
The like most southern town is called.
The most southern town.
This is where it gets interesting. Okay, so they try to figure out where this girl's from, right? Okay, and they start looking for her IRL, right? So this is what happens here. So let's check it out.
Town of
Yeah,
Canada.
we had a lot of like bootlegging, like like
What province? What province is that?
Ontario. It's like right near
Ontario.
Detroit. Like we
Okay.
are like Detroit light, like Windsor. I'm from Windsor.
Yeah. Our boy
I'm from
Bong.
Windsor, yeah.
Dude, you need to meet our boy Bong Ripper.
Yeah, who's that?
Do you smoke weed? Do you
What?
smoke weed?
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you like anime? Yeah, he's right there in the chat, right there, Bong Ripper.
Let me go on the Discord. I'll be right back. Hold
Hey,
on.
listen,
Yo, this is a match made in heaven right here, Bong Ripper. He has a special needs child as himself. He's very funny. He's very funny. He's balding, and he's a ginger. So I hope that's not a problem. He's balding and he's a ginger.
So, by the way, they're doing a date like a sort of internet speed date for this chick who's fucking married and she's mentally not in her right state of mind. Let's put it that way, right? So this is what's going on, right? And they're doing it with their online friend Bong Ripper, right?
Yeah, I want to foreshadow a bit here because Bong Ripper and her end up dating and getting together IRL and having a whole fallout, after which was more of a series on this woman. Like 6 months later,
Right.
or like a few months later, like this is insane. Dude.
Right. Right. So this is what we're watching. Truth or Cop laid it out. I actually should have said that in the beginning, but I didn't. I kind of wanted to lead you guys down this road, right? So we'll be going down this road
that's
together.
The one that I didn't want to foreshadow. There's a lot of more angles we're getting into here. I didn't want to
Yeah,
foreshadow.
if I'm the last one on the panel, that's how it's gonna go. It's gonna go through their cycle of how they send Bong Ripper into this person's life, obviously mentally disturbed himself, and totally create hell in this girl's life. They laugh about it. They film her mental breakdown, and yeah, so that is what we're dealing with here.
He's a little
very
bit of a
funny.
furry too, but that's okay.
He's
very funny. He's a very talented artist. He's a very talented artist. He likes anime stuff. He has a bunch of toys. He likes fucking Funko Pops and shit like that.
Yeah, my sister likes that stuff. Yeah.
You like that kind of shit? Yeah. Oh, it's a match made in heaven right here. Like, I mean, Bong Ripper, come up here. Come up here. This is your new wife.
Oh boy. I've been watching all these.
Oh, and then okay, so you're in the area. Do you know a lot about Tecumseh, Chief Tecumseh?
Yeah. So like.
Yeah.
EBT loves you now.
Oh wait.
Oh no. She's gonna have some Tecumseh relic. Here we go.
She's got his skull, bro.
You know what? Nobody knows where Tecumseh's bones are. Actually, that's actually a mystery.
I've had this since I was a child.
History of Ontario. There you
I
go.
have 5 billion objects in my house, but I knew exactly where it was.
Awesome.
I don't know what's
Okay,
in it. But
I'm totally in love, but only because I know that you're like perfect for Bong Ripper.
Yeah.
So you need to come up on here. We're gonna do live Truth or Speed date. Come up here, Bong Ripper. We're doing live Truth or Speed date.
Okay.
No, he's in the chat. He's literally in the chat, dude.
He's in the chat.
He's in the chat right now.
He is here. Click that link, Bong Ripper. Come on
Click
up.
the link, dude.
So just seconds ago, they told her to leave her husband. Now they're doing a speed date with Bong Ripper, who's a local gentleman. You know what I mean? On Cockboy Hotline.
I always thought Tecumseh was in Illinois, wasn't he? Or am I thinking of the prophet, the one-eyed Indian?
Yeah, this is one of Ebitard's one of his main points of interest, and he's actually from Illinois as well. So
yeah, the battlefield of Tippecanoe, right? Tippecanoe and Tyler too.
yeah. Thank you for joining, Mike. Blessings.
No problem. Blessings to you. Who was the guy who was? I don't know. Somebody was like calling me a pussy or something here on the panel.
Oh, that was D.
Some guy who doesn't show his face, doesn't use his name. I know I got caught for Mike.
That was D actually, bro.
Oh, okay. Is he gone now?
You know D?
No, I do not.
D's nuts.
Oh, Lord. Hey, read a book. Such an intellectual. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
So
we're
that
having
was you?
kind of we're having kind of a non-intellectual time here.
I see that. I see
briefly,
that. No problem.
But
I would
welcome
say-
to the panel, pussy. All right.
All right, you cocksucking fucker. So my name is Michael Joseph Balzan. I live at 12631 Frank Drive South, Seminole, Florida. You come by anytime, big man.
That's how we do it. Live
Just so happen to be in Florida, actually.
You're where?
I just so happen to be in Florida.
Okay, where? What's your address?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, you're a pussy. Scared little cocksucker.
There's a difference between being dumb and scared.
Okay, what's the difference?
You're dumb.
Why? Are you going to come
Why?
by and kill me?
Should I answer this question on a live stream, Mike?
Comb your hair real quick.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Absolutely.
Comb your hair. Comb your hairs. Do the comb over. Come up on here, or put the hat on. Put the hat
furry
on.
costume on.
Or is it the furry? Yeah, put the furry. Do you like furry? Hey, she definitely looks like she has a furry pajama suit, right? You probably have a.
I don't like to wear all polyester. I get really that's another thing.
But you probably have a pajama suit like that has a hood and everything on it, right? Don't you?
Yeah, but
Like with ears. You probably have something that has ears.
Ears, no.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you. You're perfect for our boy. You're perfect for our boy. I mean, this
He's
is a
in the
match
chat.
made in heaven.
I think
Yeah.
he's brushing his teeth right now, and he's gonna come on.
Yeah, you need to come up here. He's being a pussy if you don't
This is
come
your
up on
chance,
me.
bro. Don't puss out, bro. We got
This
you.
is literally like 1 in a million. Like the stars have aligned tonight. If the only thing that comes out of Truth or Barbecue 3.0, if it's not this match made in heaven, then I don't know what are we doing? What are we doing here anymore?
What is that?
What do we got?
Hold on. Let me make it big. Hold
I
on.
don't
Hold
know.
on.
We got some like.
Yeah, we got Chief
I don't
Tecumseh.
know.
Yes.
What are you guys doing anymore? Because it wasn't.
I've never
Is that woodcut?
Yeah, they're like line. Yeah.
Nice.
Like
Oh,
I
shit.
was such a leftist that I was like conflicted having this because I was like, am I gonna get?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whoa, not me.
Whoa. What are you
Whoa.
doing? No. Damn it. That's it.
Wait, no, she's here.
No.
There we go.
Is it working? Right. But yeah, it's just like all these. Do you guys
Yeah,
watch
they're-
like John Levi's channel?
Yeah,
John
John
Levi.
Jan
How
Levi.
do you say it? I don't know, but
Yeah,
John Levi.
Jan because
like
it's so
this is
boring.
supposed
So this is actually I kind of want to show how she's a little bit in just normal here, right? But after meeting Bong Ripper, she's actually becomes a little bit psychotic. Remember? So the psychotic factor in her personality seems to be spiked after meeting Bong Ripper, right? Which makes me think that was this dude and CBO and all those people responsible for her mental breakdown or whatever. Obviously, I mean, and obviously they're not worried about anything like that. They're just worried about creating content. I mean,
like just yeah, like I was shooting Ritalin at the end. I did like meth on a crazy thing I call sketch weed. Yeah, well,
Heroin.
yeah, like I have the stuff to prove it. Like,
Worship. How long were you
so
on
this is
heroin?
where she meets
well, I mean, it
Bong
wasn't,
Ripper.
like I snorted heroin off of a
Yeah,
can.
snorted it first. Yeah, that's how most people
Off
start.
of what?
So yeah, I never bought heroin to inject. And
Oh, look, there's an Iranian in chat.
I was doing like Dilaudid and hydromorphs and and like just yeah, like I was shooting Ritalin at the end. I did like meth on a crazy thing I call sketch week. That yeah, I just have a lot of experiences.
Right. I'm a loser, but you and your crew online are making content like this online. This is what you do with Grace Thorpe, talking about incest, right? And collecting information on these random Canadians, right? And sending your friend Bong Ripper there. We're gonna watch your interaction with Bong Ripper, and how you tried to tell him to be a good Christian later too. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see all that after your friends went ahead and sent this person into obviously a mentally deranged woman's life. I mean, to create content, right? But I'm the loser, right? All right, yeah, do better, buddy. Do better here, right? Please.
That I should have been arrested for that.
Like a deranged stalker online, right? Looking up information on people from the computer. Come on, dude. Right? Did it ever dawn on you that you're totally deranged? Right? And the minute you actually enter into my life, it'll be like very bad for you.
Bad for you.
I'm not. I don't think you can be arrested for talking about things, but yeah, maybe.
No. We are not affiliated with law enforcement.
We're here to help you. This is our boy Bong Ripper here.
He lives right.
We're here to help you. That's right, and I'm here to help you, Toilet Bowl Birth. Get a grip on what's real out here.
By you, he lives right by you.
Dude.
Where? Like, where's right by? Because people have big ideas of like.
I'm in like Chatham, Kent. Is where
Oh
I'm
yeah,
at.
you are like nearby. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's not far.
You're near
So,
the
it's
reserves
like-
where the cannabis. Yeah, you're near the cannabis. You're closer to that, I think. That's cool. Choosers easy. So yeah, basically I like replaced the like opiates with alcohol because you could just buy that at the store, and then I turned into an alcoholic to get off the opiates, and then like met that my husband, and just like kind of got shamed out of watching Colbert Report all the time, but it also got like yeah, like how people wake up to things, but like when you think you're already awake but you're watching like garbage, it's you just feel extra dumb after that, I think. So so then like I shifted to YouTube, and I didn't know that anything was on YouTube that I know exclusively watch. I'd watch like crafting videos and like instructional sewing things. Like I thought that's what YouTube was, or like cat videos. Yeah.
No, it's full of crazy people like us.
Yeah.
It's very, very informative and uniting. And I wasn't even planning on coming up tonight.
So, notice the words he used. This guy's a total sycophantic, weirdo. Right? He literally goes, "Oh yeah, the world's full of crazy people like us and all this shit," and he's trying to be endearing. You know what I mean? And then he said, so he's putting on a huge act here. Obviously, let's go back and hear his response again.
Like, I thought that's what YouTube was, or like cat videos. Yeah.
And don't judge me. These are your homies online, Toilet Bowl Earth. This is you. This is your production. This is the show that you appear on. This has nothing to fucking do with me. Yeah. Go ahead and fill the chat up about comments about me. Okay, and my family. Go ahead. Hilarious.
Crazy people like us.
Yeah.
It's very, very informative and uniting. And I wasn't even planning on coming up tonight, guys, because I got like way too drunk on TBE stream the other night, and I was like in full recovery mode for the rest of the weekend.
So, so I got too drunk on TBE stream. It's very informative and uniting, he said. Okay, to meet fellow truthers, even though he and his friends literally make fun of truthers all the time on their fake fucking show, on their insult fucking comedy show. But all of a sudden, it's so endearing and nice to meet truthers online. And this is a truther speed date. Hilarious, guys. So total bit. They're doing a total bit improv fucking comedy show, fake fucking show here on this fucking stream. And they're sending their friend, online friend, that they barely know how deranged or retarded he is, into this other lady's life who's fucking married. This is what these guys think is a good fucking idea. Just a little truther speed dating, and of course they're making fun of truthers.
To be fair, to be fair to the context of the truth, right? This lady did claim that her husband kidnapped her daughter to Scotland or whatever the fuck, and she was doing like meth or some shit, right? So there's a good chance they're not necessarily together, but they're definitely not trying to help her fix anything, get her life together. They're just trying to hook her up with their buddy.
Right. But see, what I'm saying, homie, is that there's no way to verify any of the information that she's saying. So
This
she
is
could
true.
just, you know
This
what I
is
mean?
true.
So
She could just
so
be
how
crazy.
right. So what? So why are they even fucking with it at all? I mean, is the real question. Right?
Why do they do any of the shit that they do?
Yeah. Yeah. See, I think you guys are starting to get it.
It's all about the clicks. It's the content.
Sure. They're creating content, obviously.
Right. And let me go to this here. Let me go to this here. I'll play only a little bit of this. This is just for the date here. Right. This is on 5 months ago, November 4th, 2024. All right. So this is them on Cockboy Hotline stream. So obviously they're getting on the show, Get Cucked Up, Cockbody Hotline. And they're coming in and, just watching Alex Jones and watching Truth or stuff. And they're having this, girl react to this stuff. I mean,
thealexjonestore.com. But then
there's magnets and Fago.
We saw moon mist.
No, that's true, actually. Oh,
You guys ever go to the Gathering?
Davis can make a shot from anywhere on the court.
So they're talking about magnetic rims and the NBA. They're just a bunch of, basically the lowest level conspiracy theories. Like, who would even give a fuck? Obviously, the entire NBA is rigged. I mean, this is the stupidest thing, I've ever seen. To try to figure out if it's rigged or not. That's not conspiracy theory shit. That's literally just retard shit, right? So here they are, November. What is it? November 4, 2024, right? All right, now let's move on to Truth or Cop on,
Who the fuck is Yurt?
In a thought experiment.
In a thought? Who the fuck is that?
The guy down in chat there.
Yeah,
don't
shut
even
up.
see that.
Yeah, shut up, dude. Dude, you literally have entire streams about me on your fucking channel. Like, what the fuck are you smoking, dude? I'm obsessed with you. You're literally looking up my house and trying to look up everybody who I know. Like, what? How am I obsessed with you? Right? Use your fucking brain, dude. Right? You're caught up looking up every single piece of information about my life so I don't fucking show up at your fucking front door. Let's be honest. Let's be fucking honest. You're pressed to find out everything about me, and you've shown it. Right? Literally pressed. Fucking ADL lawyer over here trying to get me to say something that I don't want to say.
These people are weird stalker type people, and that's why it's not good to put your information out on the internet. Okay?
Yeah, but I've done it since day one.
It's just not a good
It's fine.
idea.
Yeah, well,
these are stalker type people.
I've done it since episode 1 of the Machine Lies. I put literally my first name on the episode 1 of the Machine Lies.
It's look, if you could go
And
back
I won't,
and
and
do
I
it
will
again,
never be
right?
afraid of anybody. I will never be afraid of anybody.
If you could go back and do it again, right? Would you put your address on
100.
the internet? It's just not a good idea. Like, look, I get it. You're like, I want to show people I don't care, right? But the thing is, these people are cowards, right? So, like, they're not going to show up to your house. They'll, like, fucking swat you. You know what I mean? They'll do some stupid ass shit. And that's the problem. I'm just trying to tell you to keep your shit safe.
Well,
Yeah.
some of us are old enough to remember when they used to bring a big book around. They drop it on your doorstep, and it gave everybody's name and address and phone number to the whole town. It's called a phone book.
That's cool. Yeah, look, I'm just not afraid. I understand what you're saying, brother.
I'm not
I
afraid either.
understand your
They
entire
didn't
thing,
have
and
swatting back in your day, Mike Malazan.
That's true. That's true.
And
It's a new
back in the
thing.
day, you come from the old school, right? That's why I got you on the panel with a few words. Welcome.
Okay.
You get all angry, get all up in your feelings. I get it.
Okay. So
Now
I've been on the panel
but-
before.
but when you
I'm
get
not
angry,
sure you
Mike-
got me on the panel, but I would I did come on to confront you with these nuts, your stupid joke. And
Exactly. I was breaking your balls, right? And so I asked you if you was jabbed. Are you jabbed, Mike?
I don't even know what that means.
Wait, hold on.
Jab.
Wait, hold on a second. I'm the pussy, but you're over here.
No. He's talking to me. He's talking to me, Timo. It's a me and Mike thing.
He's talking about his comment section, bro.
Oh, this guy. All right.
Yeah. See, this is the thing, and we can't talk about the jabby stabbies. How many times do I gotta say that? I mean, but yeah, here's the thing: is that the Toilet Bowl Earth character, right? How am I the pussy? Tell me where you live, bitch. Tell me who you are. Tell me your first fucking name. Tell me any fucking thing about you.
Just first name, dude.
Tell me any fucking thing about you. You're hiding, but I'm the pussy. You're the one hiding, but I'm the pussy. All right. Let's let's go ahead and pretend. Play pretend on the internet. Play pretend on the internet.
Why is he so mad about being blocked anyway? Why does he want to talk to you? Like, what does he have to say? You know what I mean? He can just go make a whole fucking stream about it.
Call me. Yeah, call me with your real number. Call me with your real number. Pussy. Go ahead and call me with your real number. Fucking pussy.
So what is being
Why
jabbed?
don't you join the stream, TB?
All right.
No, I already kicked him.
So TML doesn't want us to use that word, right? Do you know the magic potion?
No, he's not getting up on here, and I'm not getting up on his show. I'm not doing any of that shit. We're not talking about no jabby stabbies. I don't give a fuck right now. I'm just gonna cover the Samantha thing.
I didn't even say jabby stabbies.
No, I know, but whatever it is, I just gotta move on with this right now. I mean,
all right,
but yeah, let's see what this is. I mean, because people are getting mad, and then people want to go in a different direction, and they don't want to focus on how I'm just pissing everybody off on the internet. I mean, let me just piss these people off.
Why is this guy so mad?
I don't know. Looks like it's working. Looks like it's working. They're trying to hop up on the stream. I don't want to talk to you. Go ahead and call me with your real fucking number. Tell me who the fuck you are, and stop being such a little pussy. All right.
He's a fake Christian with his silly ass Virgin Mary painting in the background, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Tell me I'm afraid of you. Who the
Is
fuck
it a
are you,
painting
dude?
or a carpet?
Keep hiding. Keep hiding. Right.
Is it a Virgin Mary carpet or a painting? Toilet.
And by the way, this is the deal. I've had my information released since day one. Right.
Or
a
a
blanket. This is the thing. So yeah, let me go to the Truther Cop where he came up on the stream there. And but first I'm gonna go ahead and play some music and take a little break here. And do all that.
My connection's breaking up. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, well, I'm going to go to bed. Thank you, Machine Lies. I always like that you let me on. You have my email. You know how to get in contact with me. You know where I live. It's all good.
Yeah, thank you, homie.
The whole world can know where I live. It doesn't bother me.
You can still do that debate anytime you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I still haven't read your book. I got to get on that. I'm going to Germany in May. I still have to lay out that trip. And then after that, when I get back, I plan on reading your book.
Well, I don't know if it would... I mean, to be honest, I don't know if I could debate the entire book, but that would take too long. But I think for the purposes of the debate, I think part 4 would be enough just to see what I think about Christianity. I mean, right? And then that would be enough. How I disagree. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I was raised Catholic, so I can do my best to defend the Christians.
Yeah. What's up, Unseen?
I was just thinking about this dude. He's like calling you a Muslim, right? But like, bro, like you're acting as if you're not in heresy, dog. Like you're in communion with Coptics, bro.
He's got a Virgin Mary blanket. All right. Everybody knows what that means, bro. That's Sophia, dog. Okay. Everybody knows that. Not, he don't have a Jesus blanket. You know what I mean? He don't got a Peter.
If you cared about the Theotokos, why are you in communion with the ecumenists, dude?
Bro, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about right now. All right.
I'm not talking to you, bro. I'm talking to this dude.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
Look at the side chat bar.
What does it say? Hello? It's a whole bar of chat. Which part are you referring to? Is this guy even talking English? Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Is this thing on? Hello? Does this guy have a separate side chat, bro? What are we talking about here? Is there another channel you're streaming on, TMO? Like, is there a mirror stream?
Yeah, there's
It says side chat. You don't see that? It says chat to the side next to comments.
I see private chat. And
That's
comment.
probably it.
Oh, private chat? Hold on.
Yeah. It's a little chat bar to the side.
Goes to talking in private.
Because old boy's in the back and he's like,
There's a
talking
whole
crazy.
fucking talk in the private chat. Look at this.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna be listening in the background, especially my signal's cutting out. I heard my name coming up. Oh my god, I'm gonna be here to watch this for I can't be too intimate with it. But now I'm gonna jump down and I gotta freaking eat some dinner right now. I gotta get off here. But I'll probably jump on in a bit. I have something to say. But this is like a very important content here. Very important case study, I should say. There is a lot to say. I will hop back on later at some point, most likely.
well, hold on. Are you sure you don't want to review the little part that you're on?
All right, fine. If it's a little one, I'll do it.
Yeah. Let me actually skip the music break for now and just move to that for real quick.
Okay.
And then we'll actually do a music break after the homie leaves here. This little bitch is blowing up my backstage.
Bro, there's like
The backstage
97
everywhere.
unread messages in the private chat from DBE, bro. What the fuck? Yo, he's like an angry ex-girlfriend that you just broke up with right now, bro. What's wrong with this dude?
I didn't know if I was him when I saw it.
Bro, who does this?
Yeah, so let me pull this up and actually having a little problem finding this. So this is the problem here. I've been trying to find it for a minute. Oh, okay. I think this is it. Oh yeah, this is it. Okay, so Bong Ripper.
Yeah.
So Bong Ripper and Samantha meet, right? So we're in the Chronicles here, right? And so this is where we at.
Yeah, I didn't see the introduction bit. I mean, they literally set them together. Like, I've seen the fall. I mean, what we're about to watch tied into what we just saw is like, wow.
Yeah, and I got more music in a minute, and I got more of this review here coming up. We're just kind of taking a break here, so it is what it is. We got people blowing up the backstage. We got Toilet Bowl birth in the backstage.
After birth, bro.
Saying he's gonna call my family. He's gonna do all this. All right, buddy. Have a good night. Have a good night, friend. Make sure you use a fake number.
All right, they do that.
This is their weak ass show. This is what they show on their weak ass fucking show.
Secretly happy, his brother too, albeit a little snappy, smashed the phone. It sucks to have your fuse publicly blown. Don't blame your cows. Oh, this stick him as a shotgun.
See, why doesn't Grok work for me like this? You know, I wish Grok would work for me like that, but it doesn't.
You always ask it to like do racist things, and it
It
like
won't let me do anything like really creative, you know?
logical. It's just like nope.
Oh, what are you gonna do, man?
But I do love women. I just think I managed to secure the finest one. You need to step outside your bubble, take a big old whiff of dawn.
All right.
Oh, Taylor, don't you feel silly falling for the blatant light?
So, stick up for realm. What are you talking about? What does he mean?
Look at the Mary rug.
Why is this stupid bitch who follows Jay Dyer saying stick up for Rome? Anybody figure that out yet? What the fuck?
Because they're crypto uniates. That's why. Papists.
Fucking exposed. Slow boy whiteboard exposed herself.
Straight
Fucking
up.
stupid
Like, what are you
bitch.
talking about? Stick up for Rome.
Yeah, I think his beard is white and black for Freemasonry, bro.
Yeah, dude looks like a fucking skunk. This is what it is.
All right, it's a new conspiracy.
No, that's crazy though. What's
I
she
love
talking
Rome.
about? Stick up for Rome. What's she
Yeah,
mean by
she-
that? TV?
Yeah. Yeah, what's she mean by that? What's she mean
Huh?
by that? What's this diorite mean stick up for Rome and shit? That's what she fucking smoking. Even I know that's fucking weird.
Um,
It's Roman Catholic Church.
I love
I mean,
my
it
bros
really ain't. If
on the
you really
western
look
side.
into
What
it,
up?
it's
What
not
up,
weird at
Western
all.
bros?
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That
true.
on a surface level, they'll act like that's weird, but behind closed
Right.
doors, it ain't.
Right. On another level, it's World Council of Churches, right?
Yup. You already know.
Wait, who's this dude that just appeared in the corner of the screen here, bro? Is that the guy, bro? Did they meet up?
Yeah, they met up. Yeah,
Oh
that's right.
shit!
Yes, for sure they actually met up. Yeah.
They making matches in heaven, bro. And now she's wearing the toilet bro earth cap, and she's trying to get him to come over, bro.
Yeah.
See what's going on here?
Yeah, let's get to okay, here, hold on. I think this is the clip. Here, wait. Yeah, toilet bowl awkward. Yeah, this is where Truther Cop comes in. Yeah. So he's here.
What up, bros?
It's only 11 minutes.
Where'd Drew go? Did Drew die?
Mm,
All
so-
right,
Yeah, because
Drew's here. Drew's still here.
you know, I'm trying to be respectful to Truther's time. He's got to go to sleep here, but yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find some shit on Twitter.
All right, Samantha, what's going on with you? What's the deal? Which part? Let us know what's going on.
like the in the landlord sphere, there's usually some news. Like he parked his car in the driveway to just like intimidate me last Friday within like.
Does he live there?
No, but like he doesn't live here. He's not allowed to be living here by like law, but the police.
Does he own the house?
Yeah, like he owns a house, but there's a protocol with like the.
So that kind of doesn't make sense, right? So this person, so she's got Bong Ripper at her house, but it looks like he's not supposed to be there, right? And it also looks like she might not be supposed to be there. So I actually don't know what's going on here, right? But I didn't understand her.
In the previous clip, she said that she's living at her ex-husband or her husband's brother's house. So they're probably still there. And there's probably a lot of tension going on.
Is that a climbing wall, bro?
Like, oh
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It kind of
Is
looks
that
like
for
a
rock
wall.
climbing?
It is, but it doesn't look
Like
like
it's
the
elect-
normal version, like maybe a kid version. I don't know.
That looks like a pegboard where you get your shits and you go and put them in like a custom wall. That's a selection area for building a wall, I think.
Yeah, and
There's a little fox in the middle, so I don't know if it's for kids.
yeah, and the idea. Yeah, and the
Oh, you might be
idea.
right.
that Denise is talking about here with Slow Boy Whiteboard, and pretending that she has a crush on EBT and TBE and all this type of stuff, and she's married and they're married. They pull this stuff all the time. They do the same thing with Grace Thorpe and all this stuff. So they do this weird online only interaction. So they act one way online, right? And then if you try to critique their characters, they'll say you're a schizo because you didn't realize that it was a bit. But it's like, why the fuck are you acting like a fake Christian online? That's what I'm critiquing. Is the character. I know it's not real. I know you're not a real fucking person, right? I'm just saying, why are you playing this fucking character? Right? I'm sorry, Truth. What was that?
Sorry, no, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make sure I get I speak, because sometimes I'll just sit and listen. I could listen forever, but there's always some base immorality that they're supporting as they prop this character up, as if it's okay, and we're all just gonna ignore it. It's like,
well,
what the fuck is going on there?
What I think it is that they've come to the conclusion that orthodoxy is a strong position to take against like Protestants and the Roman Catholics and these different people. So they want all the benefits of being an Orthodox Christian without being one. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I can argue from this standpoint. And then there's the other aspect of it, which is like, maybe Russia's involved where some of these guys are getting paid, you know what I mean? Like, to push certain narratives to conservatives online, like Putin's based. I don't know.
Yeah. And there's going to be tons of attacks on your boy. They're going to be looking up, saying all the time, what you saw before was just the tip of the fucking, iceberg here. It's going to be more. But yeah, I can't wait.
You like Putin?
No, we don't like him.
The Unseed Warfare, bro.
No, he doesn't like him either. That's what I'm saying. Like, not even me or him. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are like one group now?
No, but I said we in this case because it makes sense because nobody likes Putin here.
Oh,
like I know Truther doesn't like him. I know Televised doesn't like him.
Televised might like him.
Well,
Televised is weird like that.
Whether Putin is definitely a part of the Zionists, and like Zionists are in control of Russia, they're in control of America, and they persecuted Christians over there and here, true Orthodox Christians, and then you have the issue in the case of TML with Muslims. It's like,
yeah, I mean,
Zionists
he killed a bunch of
always persecuted Muslims. So I mean,
yeah, he killed Muslims like they're chickens. But yeah, the thing is that
So yeah, we connect them to Freemasons. It's all the same, right?
Right.
Them to communism. It's all the same, right?
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
We agree on all this. That what I mean. It's all part of China. They control China also.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're great. Russia, China, U.S. Right. So they basically control the whole world because they control Europe.
Yeah.
Right. They control the Middle East. So what don't they control? Right now, what we're seeing play out in the world is just a set of events that's already been pre-scripted, being played by actors.
The interesting aspect of it, what I've figured out is that, in the West, we have more like a globalist, liberal wing of the same bird, whereas like over in Russia, it's like the Marxist version of it. And I think they're both kind of battling it out for the world.
What it is they're trying to basically funnel everybody's understanding of what's happening in the world and belief system into one thing, into one world government, one world religion.
Right. Exactly.
One. And that's the beast system. That's the Antichrist. That's, but part of that, you have to understand.
That sounds schizophrenic.
Hold on one moment. You can go on your rant in one moment. I didn't even finish my rant yet, okay? And basically, right, they're going to have to, at some point in the Third World War, as they wrote down, have Islam and Christianity mutually destroy each other. So once they do that, then they could usher in that one world, government, which is going to be their Kabbalistic religion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's definitely like
Because
the whole
Christians
goal is
and
Chiliism.
Muslims will never stand for what they have in store for the world, but everyone else will.
Well,
It's
Antichrist is
basically
going to
paganism.
allow, these people
It's
to
going to
keep
be
their
paganism,
religions.
bro. It's going to go back to the old ways, the old religion, the paganism, the blood sacrifice.
That's
All
right.
that shit
I wanna
has to
worship-
come
I
back.
want to worship Thor.
What I
That's
think
right.
is truthfully is that
What he wants to do.
these people are going to keep their religions, but Antichrist is just going to have you bow to him while you keep your religion. You get what
The
I'm
thing
saying?
is, they need
So it's like
they need them
ecumenism.
they need the
That's really-
Muslims and Christians to destroy each other, okay? Because they won't be able to defeat the Muslims or the Christians one-on-one, let alone both of them uniting and
Yeah,
destroying
and
them.
that's why I refuse. Like honestly, that is one of the main reasons why I will basically just refuse to attack Christianity on the show and write at them. And people have said, "Oh, you should make this a Christian attack show with the Muslim topic and all this type of stuff. You'll get lots of money." That's obviously what a bunch of people are trying to do, and that's the thing is that, Muslims and Christians 90% are being controlled. So there's already that whole aspect to it. The link's over on the Machine Lies channel, right? So you have to go to the Machine Lies channel to get the link. For the people in the chat. Here, hold on. Let me drop it again. Oh, whoops. There's a little fucking / on that. Here, let me say that again. All right. So we got the link there, and I'm going to move on with this. Blessings.
Lieutenant Board that he has to bring me to a hearing. They have to see both sides, and then they they can let him know what has to be done. He has to do a lot of repairs and stuff, but basically he sent me an email like when he was here last week. Like I didn't.
By the way, I'm writing a second edition of my book, and I'm also changing some of the main points. You know what I mean? In terms of showing a lot of the ideas of Elul and his ideas and how they're gonna fare into it, and also the ideas from the Orthodox Church. So maybe I'll have my friend Unseen Warfare or some other people help me with that. But on the second edition of the book, we're gonna have lots more information about Christianity and how it developed throughout history. I left almost all the information about the Orthodox Church out until I get more information on it. And that's why I went to go debate on the Crucible and all that type of stuff, trying to see if I could find more information. And it seems I have, because it led me to meet people like Neurojack and Unseen Warfare, so I could go and ask them questions. And also obviously had the great pleasure of having Father Swayden on the channel and asking him some key questions. Now we can all agree to disagree on certain points, but there's more topics there that they bear flushing out. I mean, we'll certainly do so on this show in a very constrained and analytical and philosophical and abstract manner, as we are used to doing, so that we could take a critical engagement in all of the issues that are involved.
What would be really good, I think, for you is to check out this. It's a lecture. Well, it's a writing really, but a guy reads it live, and it's called Orthodox Survival Course. And it goes through like the history of Orthodoxy. Like it goes through like the French Revolution. It goes through like the revolution in Russia. It goes through all these time periods. And it sort of gives like an Orthodox worldview, right? But the difference is it gives like the actual Orthodox worldview. Like a lot of these guys that Dyer, I don't think they really know this stuff that well. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like they've studied it as well as they act, towards the public. You know what I mean? Like they're experts or something. But that would be a really good piece of work to go over. I'll send it to you actually if you want.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Man. It's solid.
So what's going on, Muhammad? I saw you in the list, and then I tuned in and I heard Rant was, saying something along the lines of there's some power structure that's going to have to force everyone or deal with everyone, Christians and Muslims. And my question to him would be, how many Christians and Muslims does he know who are not already deeply entrenched in the system? Would be my first question, as if they're not following the statute, policy, and code and taking shots and being governed by earthly man. And for the ones on all levels who have, what makes you think that the system has to do anything more than it already has allowed people to do to themselves, in the sense of the calling is already underway?
Okay, I'm willing to go down this road, but let's keep it away from this jabby stabby stuff. And I'll come back to this in about 10 minutes if that's okay with you, Truth or Cop.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Yep. Yeah, sorry, bro. Yeah, but yeah, go ahead and if you want to answer that rant. All right.
Solutions? I don't know. I was smoking a cigarette. What happened?
He said that he doesn't. He's trying to bring up this thing that he doesn't think it's going to be Christians and Muslims or whatever, and he thinks they're brainwashed.
I'm just going by like.
Said that, though.
Just going by like Albert Pike, bro. You know what I mean? And like just the logic behind it that the Kabbalists want full control,
right,
over the spiritual realm, and the kind of shit they want to implement that they actually believe in that's not written in the Torah. The Christians and the Muslim fundamentalists will never stand for it. So they have to get rid of them. And what better way than to have them destroy their self? I mean, that's absolutely some fucking shiesty shit that they would do. Can we put it past them?
Yeah, but it's already happened. It's already happening and happened. Like the majority of folks, regardless of what ridiculous religion they claim that's been given to them, have engaged in over the last 4 years a program and a process to potentially exterminate themselves or to put a mark of judgment on themselves. You speak as if this is something coming in the future, as if it hasn't already been here the whole time.
I think there's going to be a major event that's going to trigger a lot of shit.
Oh, you mean like
two major events? I think.
You mean like two corporations taking over the whole world and getting pretty much everyone to genocide themselves, for lack of a better term, in order to stay safe.
Well, yeah, I mean,
what's the bigger event that's going to happen here?
It didn't work fast enough. Did it work fast enough? They're still walking around fucking shit up, bro.
I think that, you're partially right in the sense that, especially what the, mainstream is being pushed for what Christianity is, and even like, other religious ideologies have been infiltrated by sort of, these people that aren't really what they say they are, So I mean, yeah, you're getting situations where people are a part of these councils of churches that are pushing for one more Lord, and they think that they're following Christ, but they're really following Antichrist without knowing it. And
yeah, it's already happened. This is like
right.
What people hear me ranting about for years on end. The fact that pretty much everyone is subject to statute, policy, and code, and the rule of man and the corporation, which means a dead speaker. So I don't understand how folks can't already see that the whole world is in the hands of the Dark One based on the individual choices of the masses.
But this is one aspect of it, at least from a Christian perspective, is like Christ has already won, right? It's like, even if like true Christians go into the catacombs and it's like you're a small flock versus what it seems to be like a whole world in the hands of the Dark One. It's like we've already won. We won the moment Christ was crucified and rose from the dead.
But we were in the hands of the Dark One.
That's cult lore. That's cult lore.
We were fucking born into the hands of the Dark One in this fucking world.
Right, you're born into a purgatorial realm of test and challenge that brings judgment based on your God-given free will choice, and most fail at this choice because they'd rather deal with the ways of the world and go along to get along than to reject everyone and everything to go with God.
Well, that sounds almost like Gnostic a little bit, like like the material realm is evil.
I didn't say the realm was inherently evil.
Well,
I said it's a testing realm.
I'm just saying.
I said the people are evil. The realm is neutral.
With you, but if we get caught up in the gloom and doom, right? Like if we're looking at progress, then we're falling into that same trap that they're falling into. The communists, the the Roman Catholic, whoever it may be. That's like a chiliistic, idealistic ideology that's obsessed with progress and like the external view of getting to a place where it's like man is at peace, but it's going to be a false peace. It's like the purpose of Christianity is the transformation of the soul. Now, if people aren't focused on that, then Christ isn't on the throne. Then Antichrist will take that throne, and they will take the mark. But I think that the big picture is not to focus necessarily on the externals, but on the internal, on each man, on each individual.
Right, they're one and the same. We are non-being. We use beingness. So they're sort of inextricably linked. That's in the sense of one gives birth to the other, right? We're back to the Tao. I'm sure Machine Lies, knows where I'm sort of nudging this this conversation. So
yeah, he knows too. That's one of his favorite books as well, actually.
Well, what I'm just trying to
so
get
like,
at
how
is
could
that
one
I'm not like
purify
this-
the soul without physically rejecting the ways of the world? Is that not the whole story of the Christed being
Well,
in
you
Scripture?
die to the ways of the world, like the secular world, and you're
No, that's absolutely the idea. That's the goal.
Yeah, and it's like
It's
a
true.
return to in the sense of the Tao, it'd be like a return to the primal simplicity. In orthodoxy, that's called like theosis, but that's not fully completed until the next life. You get what I'm saying? And what I've noticed is that people sort of get obsessed with the external, and what I mean by that is like a utopia, like a kingdom of heaven on earth or something.
I think the more utopian belief would be that some guy came 2,000 years ago, was killed, and then reborn. So the rest of us have nothing left to do while we're here except wait around for the inevitable return. That would seem more like a utopian, fantastical belief rather than the actual alchemical transmutation of a consistent dynamic here with consistent results.
Well, yeah, while we are in the belly of the beast, we are subject to that monster that we're inside of.
If you're obsessed with efficiency and like the way it looks, then it'll never. I mean, just
like,
because it appears to be a loss doesn't mean it's so. Sometimes things that appear strong are actually weak, and some things that appear weak are actually strong.
I tried to leave the system,
That makes any sense,
right? By going to the woods, but the woods that are still in the system. That's dumb. It's still in the system. You can't actually leave the system. You see, what I really wanted originally, and I didn't realize this until later, was to really leave the planet. But you can't do that because it's not a fucking planet. See what I'm saying?
Or we could just verify and validate the set of circumstances that lead to a continuous problem and become the solution.
There's not enough people.
There you go. It's like I could write this. I could write this stuff. It's like it's scripted. It always goes down the same path. When confronted with the common sense and the eternal truth, it always comes back to I'm too scared to be the solution because we need more people to be the solution. That's not how that happens.
That's what everyone says, right?
If that was the case, then the being who you're worshiping, who you have no proof of any of the rest of the story that the Romans gave you, would never have come and never have gone the way he did, because he's one of the few who decided to embody godliness and greatness, and even he failed and fell short.
First of all,
what do you mean he fell in the sense of a worldly sense? That's what I'm saying. Second of all, you look at the external.
You're already ready to defend him because you're culted out. The being said, "Do not pick up arms."
Hold on. Like the Romans gave. What do you mean the Romans?
Like
gave
Jesus only worshipped.
The character you're talking about has said in passages before he eventually got violent with people who were agents of the system, not to get violent with people who were agents of the system.
Here, hold on. Give me 1 second.
You're taking things out of context, first of all.
Here, give me 1 second, guys.
And
let me turn unseen
putting
up a
it
little
through
bit.
like private interpretation, and then when like you're trying to, when I'm going to correct you on it, you just talk over me. So I mean, it's absurd.
Because I've heard it all before, and it's a bunch of nonsense that comes from a feeling-based perspective. It's not factual. And then when I quote the factual text, you obfuscate from what's written there.
How are 300 prophecies fulfilled if it's just a character? Can you explain that?
the
If it's a
idea that
character, you
the
don't have
idea that
300
art
prophecies
imitates
fulfilled in the
life
person.
and that you could tell a story about a human and tell the story about humanity at the same time. They're one and the same. Again, spiritual comes before the physical, and if you can understand the spiritual, you can understand all the physical.
All right. So Jesus, right, has like millions, if not billions, of followers of his teachings, right? How many?
And
do
he
you
wasn't
have of
attempting
yours?
to get followers. He was attempting
what
to
I'm
create
saying?
leaders, and the majority
Like, if you
failed in
wanna
receiving the
compare
teaching.
two, let's just compare the two. You know what I mean? Let's compare Paul versus Jesus. How many followers you got versus the millions and billions that Jesus has, right?
Again, Jesus
Figure
at
it
his
out.
time couldn't get more than 10 or 12 people. He had to be killed in order to get a bunch of followers to jump on the bandwagon. The same would be true for me. So it's not a competition about followers because both of us are here to try to inspire people to be leaders, and apparently we're failing miserably.
Are you gonna
Because
dive
most
to
people
this
would
shit,
rather be
Paul?
followers
Like, is that
than
what you're
leaders.
planning on doing?
I'm
Are you
not
gonna do the
planning on
Jesus of
anything. I'm
the
open to
fucking
the idea that if I have to
constitutionalist
die,
movement?
it's not constitutionalist. That's your projection and acceptance of a beast system narrative.
What do you want to call
You
it?
just proved you are the system. You're now
What
going
do
to
you wanna-
police
what do you wanna
me,
call it,
someone who's attempting to
I'm
live
not
and bring
policing.
forth
I
freedom
could care
and
less
project
about
onto
whatever
me
the fuck-
constitutionalism. You must have not
what do you
listened
wanna
to me
call
over
it?
the past 3 years for like 10 minutes to figure out what I've
listen a
actually
lot.
said.
What do you want to call it?
I don't know, pick something that doesn't involve a group of men sitting down signing a contract and then others trying to project that contract onto me as if it applies to me one way or the other. I don't need constitutional rights.
wouldn't you
I have
argue?
natural rights,
Wouldn't
and
you
they
argue
come
that,
from God.
Wouldn't you argue that most of these contracts are self-imposed to some degree?
Well, absolutely, whether folks know it or not. Again, that's
You
the
have
idea that
natural
this,
rights, and the problem is that our rights get violated every day, and there's no consequences.
the problem is that you're 2,000 years into a dynamic of the majority acting like prey and summoning in predators. You have no idea what it's like to actually reverse that role, and you've not watched or listened to other folks who have, because you're too focused on your fear-based reality rather than a faith-based reality. So you are the evil matrix, because there's two energetic dynamics: those who are
I
ruled
live
by
in a
fear
food-based
and those who are
reality.
ruled by
Excuse me?
faith. And you're communicating from a fear-based reality right now.
It's a food-based reality. Got to eat. Everybody's got to eat, right?
That's not true. I went 32 days without eating. Did you miss that broadcast?
Well, you're fat, bro. You want me to tell you?
Okay. And you're dumb. What do you want me to tell you?
All right. I
I can change one. Apparently the other can't be changed. You can't fix stupid.
For 30 days. Okay. Kids got to eat. So we live in a food-based reality, Paul. Unfortunately, I can fast and starve myself. I can do that. Right? But does that mean I could do it forever? No. You got to eat. You got bills. You don't have bills?
Right. What does
So-
one have to do with the other? I'm not arguing that.
What I'm saying
I
is,
think, that
like,
we,
I
I think we have
completely
the obvious
fucking
down when it
agree.
comes to how the external physical reality works.
I agree with your idea, right?
some
And
extent.
the reason why I sit here and I argue with you is because these are the same arguments I wrestle with myself, where I can't figure a fucking way out to actually
know
get
that.
it done, right?
I know
So
that.
I'm not coming at you because it's wrong. It's most of the shit you say is 100% right.
I know that as well. That's exactly the point. That's what I always find fascinating by these interactions is you folks insult your own and everyone else's intelligence, because at the core of your being, I am speaking to your soul and from your soul, because we are one and the same.
But it's
and you try
that-
to deny that in order
What
to
is
be the
the
apologies
solution,
for
Paul?
the devil.
Right? What is the solution?
The solution is to be the change, to live a faithful, godly, trustworthy, honorable life, to uphold the law and exercise your rights and surrender the rest in faith, that God will protect you on some level, like it has for me and many others, while they all told me I was going to go to a box over and over again.
So how many people do we have to get to do that before anything happens?
Again, you went to the past and the future again, where a fear-based person lives the future and the past constantly, rather than the now. If you just took every moment living in the now and being the best version that you could be of yourself in the now, you would stop asking what and when and how and why everyone else is going to actualize and realize. Doesn't matter, because you'd be doing that.
Well, it's obviously not a me and you problem. This is a world problem.
Again, you're making excuses for the world, and you want to be the savior of the world without.
You just can't save the world. Don't you realize
Again,
that?
I don't want to save the world, so I don't want to include the world into my personal responsibility, accountability, actualization, and realization, nor do I need to.
All right, so now you, Paul.
Imagine
you
this.
reject the
Imagine this
system, right?
concept that I had a lottery ticket for you for $1 billion written on it, and you kept saying, "Why would I cash this? Because the whole world's not going to have $1 billion." If you saw it the same way, then you would immediately say, "Well, I'm going to take this ticket and I'm going to cash it out and see what it has in store for me." Right? It's Willy Wonka's golden ticket, and instead of you just taking Willy Wonka's golden ticket and going on the experience and having the experience and taking the ride, you want to wait for the rest of the world to get the golden ticket. You've already been called. You're either going to answer or you're not. The rest of the world is called and they don't hear the call or they refuse to answer. What does that have to do with you or I?
We got golden tickets. We got billions of dollars. We got the call of the wild. What are we talking about here?
I'm talking about the most empowering, inspiring, co-creative endeavor that you could undertake that you're missing out on to sit around and pretend you don't know the answers to obvious problems that we've created.
What are you creating? What is it? I just don't understand what it is.
And then it's a chocolate factory.
It's anti-depopulation. There you go.
Like, how does it work? You know what I mean?
It's called, like, you have self-esteem and self-respect. You don't believe that submitting to other men and women is true self-esteem and self-respect without a choice. So you decide you're not going to cooperate and comply. You're just going to do what's true and what's right and what God has planned for you as much as possible. Does that mean that I do that
also?
I don't deny that. That's the whole point of our existence, or not. I'm not saying I do that completely. I'm not saying that I don't fall short of that. I'm just saying, why are there still 3 years in? I guess I'm asking a foolish question of a bunch of folks sitting around on panel pretending they haven't seen all these dynamics, that it's not historically sound, that we don't have the answers already on the table, and that God hasn't already revealed itself through people, places, and things and experience. Why still the pretentiousness? Why still the weaponized incompetence? Why still
I can tell you. It's really simple. It's
I actually know why, but I'll be willing to listen to the answer, the excuses, and the justifications. We already know the real answer.
This
is called lazy,
procrastinating.
It's called lazy, procrastinating, and cowardly. Is really the bottom line.
Moderated interactions between humans through a digital metaverse, and it's not normal. It's abnormal.
Yes,
but you and others should be lucky they did that, because if we go to your personal life, you're not a normal human being.
I wouldn't say I would say I'm far from normal, but I would never want to be normal in the sense of a normal human being. But that's a different context of normal interaction describes a different thing. I'm not describing normal human being like fucking slave mentality. I'm not talking NPC mentality. I'm saying
you asked the question. The question is what is it that's being created? What are we doing? Why does it matter? It looks like community. It looks like co-creative, empowered, inspired community.
You have
We're all working together on shared goals
in a live environment. If people want, that's why they put us in these digital windows to separate us digitally, where we think we're coming together, but we're always separated. That's the problem. It's digital windows. If we want to really ever change anything, you have to just take this shit into the real world and just forget this technological shit. I come here sometimes, but the only way to really do it is to take it out into the real world. This digital shit don't matter.
Okay, so what's stopping you and others from doing what you already have known all along in your heart is the right thing to do?
I do what I believe in my heart is the right thing to do.
The average citizen doesn't give a flying fuck about what we're talking about.
I feel like you
what
assume
does that
a lot
have to
of
do
shit.
with you?
No, I can
About
tell you
everybody.
I deal with a lot of people on a daily basis in my city, and I can tell you they wouldn't give a fuck about what we're talking about. All they care about is their, next high or, next paycheck. They don't care about new world orders and depopulation stuff. Or if technology is going to take over, they could give a flying fuck less as long as they have their new PS5s.
What does that have to do with the individual's actualization and realization and the value and empowerment that comes with that?
These people are sick, bro. They got heavy metal in their brain.
You got what? Maybe 5 or 10 Neos for the hundreds of thousands of Smiths around you. I mean, it's
They got calcified pineal glands from drinking fluoride water. They got a billion different things put in them when they was a baby.
Okay, so just the bottom line is you just don't believe in yourself or that God actually has your back.
Everything they've ever seen as far as what they think is entertainment was actually propaganda in an attempt to rob them of their mind.
Why are you talking about this problem like you're exempt from it? You're displaying the cause and effect of it.
I'm saying they can't wake up from it. You have to
Okay,
become
so
aware
as
of it
in
first.
they meaning you?
I was them once.
You're different now. How?
I'm aware of it.
Okay, so you're aware of it, but you do nothing different. That makes you worse than them.
I
Interesting.
do a lot of things different than the average person. I live a
So then
very
why
different
ask
life.
me? It's a very strange interaction when I
I'm
interact
asking
with
you,
folks.
what's the
It's very
solution for the
disingenuous
whole?
because you're saying you have answers and the solution and you understand the problem and you're aware and you're living into and becoming the solution. But then you ask me with this sort of cavalier candor, like what does it look like? What is it? How does it work?
Yeah, like you have a lot of rhetoric that you like to lay out, and I agree with a lot of it, right? And so what is the main solution that you're proposing? What is the end goal for you?
Again, I'm not just talking rhetoric. Don't you know this rap enough by now? I'm tired of my rap.
Just
It
because
doesn't
we
make it
say
any less
rhetoric
true.
doesn't mean it's bad.
No, I
You know
get
what I
that, but it's a lying by omission because you should know by now, as much as you've interacted with me and known the record, that there are on the ground components to what I and others are doing who are associated with myself.
Rhetoric
But why
isn't
are we
always
still?
lying
This
by
is very
omission.
3 years ago.
You know what I mean?
Like, why are
I'm
we
just saying-
pretending
I'm just
that
saying.
there aren't people on the ground right now not conforming, not cooperating, not complying, and getting actual results where it counts?
I'm kind of sick of these motherfuckers out here in this world, bro. To be honest, you try to talk to people, you give them the truth, bro. You give them shit. Took you fucking thousands and thousands of hours of research to bring forth this truth, and then they just spit in your face. You know what I mean? Like
That's
you're a piece of
exactly my
shit.
point. I totally get you telling my story, but that's okay because we forgive folks for they know not what they do. If they understood what our actual purpose is here and what we can choose to do and be and how effective and powerful and inspiring we could be, they wouldn't choose to continue to go along to get along and call it being a truther and being
Well,
aware.
how's it going for you?
It's going great. I've had a whole bunch of experiences where I've learned more about myself and what I'm capable of. I've realized more about the system and how it's not inherently evil. It's actually us and our choices succumbing to our own fear-based reality and letting the darkness
System's
take
definitely
over.
evil. System is definitely evil, bro. It was conceived in evil, you see.
Well,
The whole
I
thing
mean,
is
I've been,
built on this
as you would know,
foundation of
I've been to
evil.
court over half a dozen times. I've not followed any statute, policy, and code. I've not hired an attorney. I've not cooperated or complied, and I've got dismissals all the way through.
Just
A few
because you
times
know
I
how
never
to
even went back to
navigate,
court.
look, bro. Just because you know how to navigate the labyrinth of evil doesn't mean that it's not evil. You're just good at navigating it.
Again, the presumption is that everything is inherently evil rather than being a reflection of who and what you are and what you present or the lack thereof. If you don't show up with God as God, then it's going to reflect back to you who and what you are, which is a fallen creature.
So let's look at the court, right? You got the black mass, right? You get summoned, like a ritual, black robes, right? That's why you're a corpse. You're summoned up as the dead. I mean,
No, they're summoning the name that they gave you, and most folks continue to, from a fear-based perspective, answer to something that is not being communicated.
I mean, yo, it's a seance. Does nobody realize that?
The activity of calling out to a in bondage, in vice, fallen creature is a reflection of how most beings are going to show up, is it not? If you stopped responding to the call, would they keep calling?
I don't know.
If the majority are the demons being summoned to appear in the seance, then who's more evil exactly? If the system is evil, if the realm is evil, is it not created and or upkept and or fed by all the energy of the masses, the majority of folks who we interact with day to day?
What I'm saying is like, yo, the system is like a spike, and you're trying to tell people that, you know, they're evil for jumping over it, or trying to jump
I'm saying, how do I differentiate the average person from being equal, if not more evil than the system, for claiming to know goodliness, godliness, holiness, righteousness, justice, integrity, self-respect, and all the rest of the things that make a man or America great again, but not doing it and being it? So you're either unaware, in which case you're a fallen being who needs to be governed by something that reflects you, or you are aware but choose to reflect the darker aspects of self, the lower aspects, to go along to get along in this world. That makes you more evil than the people calling out because you're answering as and to and for the evil.
The evil is there, bro. I don't know what you're trying to say.
I'm saying in most of these systemic institutional interactions where property, rights, freedom, faith, and all the rest of the things take a back seat are consensual.
The whole thing has to come down. Right? But we cannot bring it down, for then we would become the evil. It will be brought down because it is evil, and evil
I never
cannot
once
exist in the
advocated that
future.
anybody bring anything down. I advocated that we all raise ourselves up, and that energy is precisely the energy that has folks spiraling in chat right now saying how pompous I am because I'm confident in the faith that has brought me, a lowly man, through the trials and tribulations and out the other side without a scratch. So I'm glorifying God and a godly walk, yet somehow folks are making it about me.
Who's the folks making it about you?
Certain folks in the chat who have a history here for years, which is why I should be astute enough at this point to stay away from these places based on what I already have deduced about the majority of folks' consciousness and awareness or lack thereof. That as soon as you attempt to uphold or uplift the spirit in yourself and by proxy in others, for all of us to do right, be right, have right, live right, they're going to call you arrogant and pompous and all the rest. Because it's better to be humble with humility, aka sit around and insult your own and everyone else's intelligence, play games, pretend to not know, all just to avoid the accountability, responsibility of admitting that everybody's fearful. Everybody's allowing themselves to continue to be deceived or be deceived or cucked. Instead
You know what
of
I
just
think?
finding the courage within themselves to step up and stand out.
You know what I think, bro? I think that we are in what's referred to as Satan's little season, right? And it's the period of time after Christ's kingdom for 1,000 years. The end of this is nothing but judgment. I don't believe that we're waiting on Christ to come back and set up a kingdom on earth.
Right. At the end of all this,
So-
if we're presuming is judgment, then why wouldn't we all try to do and be and
Here's
have
my
the best
thing.
that we could?
If we're
Because
here
it's all
right now,
judgment anyway.
if we are here right now, right, this is what you have to ponder. If we are in the little season, and I believe this is why they hid the history, is that you have to realize that this is actually the only last chance you have to get it right. And to get it right, what that means is to become a good person, not become part of the beast system, acting like a beast where you survive by tearing through and consuming others of your kind. Or, you know what I mean? Basically devouring to survive. The beast system, see?
Hi everyone, I've just been listening and stuff, but just on that, I finally actually had something.
So if you're still here, what is left to
can't
do?
hear
If you
him.
believe
Whoever's
you're a good
talking, I can't
person,
hear
then
him.
preach to the wicked to change their mind and become good people, because it's the last chance.
Well,
Nothing but
The
judgment.
presumption is that we all are in at least at times or places evil or have evil within us. So again, there's your pompousness and arrogance, which will not get called by folks in chat because they seemingly can't detect it or overlook it, that you separate yourself from everyone else who's wicked and evil. I have not done that one time. I've only attempted to inspire myself and others to glorify the God within me and within everyone else to do what's true and what's right.
Well, the world right now is ruled by evil, and the goal is to deceive the entire world.
And the
to make war
presumption
with
is that
God.
nobody here is wicked or evil at all, and it doesn't live within them. It's someone else out there somewhere, right? Every time, all the time. Isn't that always the self-deception and pride?
Hey, can I ask? Well, can I interject one? Why is my microphone not working? What?
No, I just turned you up.
I hear you now.
Ah, cool. I wanted to interject something that he was saying after he said something before about like living right or not being accepted. Apparently, there's a passage in the New Testament I have a video of it. I can't remember the passage. I'm non-religious myself. I believe in God. I believe in karma. I believe in a lot of spiritual shit. I believe in like a lot of bits and pieces from all over the place. I have my own personal beliefs. So yeah, don't think I'm like, atheist or like non-believer or whatever. I just don't believe in anything organized. I have my own. But apparently in the Christian Bible, in the New Testament, there is a section that says something to do with the vineyard is Israel and the vine dwellers will be given one more chance, and that is, will they kill Jesus? And when they kill Jesus, the kingdom of heaven will be removed from them. This is apparently in the Bible.
Right. So what's
Well, he was saying it was a different religion as well that had almost exactly the same story. That like the kingdom of heaven was going to be removed from them.
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
that's Revelation. If you read Revelation, there's a period that says there's going to be 1,000-year millennial reign kingdom of Jesus Christ on earth, and then there's going to be a time period where Satan is released and given the power to deceive the world. And then
How many
judgment.
years is that supposed to be? There's a year for that as well.
Roughly
700 or 1700?
Roughly 500 years, starting
Oh,
in
the
around
500s.
1700s when the last reset happened.
Okay.
And that's where you see all the old what they call Tartarian. A lot of that shit was churches and cathedrals with paintings of Jesus in it, and they had like crescent moons, and they had crosses and shit. It was crazy.
I can't guarantee what all of them were, but
They had what they call ether-based technology.
Yes, I
Guys,
actually believe
I
in
gotta get
all
out
of
of here.
that.
Don't
I
forget
actually
don't
believe
forget
in
the point
all
of
of
the
that.
stream. TK,
In
good
the
to see you,
last-
dude. It's been a while.
Peace.
And I think the last
Blessings.
Yeah, I'm gonna go too. I'll see you guys later.
Good to see you, Paul.
I think the last shit. I think the last reset was a lot more recent than that. Like, I don't think it was as far back as the 1700s. Did the person I agreed with actually leave? That's stupid.
I mean, it is in the 1700s was the last reset. And then
Well, see, I'm thinking it was actually more likely early mid 1800s.
So then there was another
could be
one.
wrong.
There was another one in the 1900s, but I'm talking the major reset. Then they had another one in 1900s where you see all the businesses springing up.
Well,
Right.
see, I'm thinking the major one. But yeah, I was still.
There is a
putting that,
major like cataclysm type of shit where it wiped out all the old world buildings and shit. And then
Well,
you
I
had the
don't
one with
know,
the
to be
you had the one with
honest,
the Civil War, right? And
to be
the
honest-
revolution in Russia. That was another reset. That period.
to be honest, I think that the major one on that scale happened a long time ago, and there's been a few since. It was definitely the major ether short out with the world basically laid out as a computer chip. And so, like, it provided electricity and everything everywhere around the world back in the day. And all it took was something to short circuit, and it basically fried everything everywhere. So it just got completely screwed over. But there's also been floods, like volcanoes in various areas. It hasn't been worldwide. The mud floods were apparently a big one, which makes it sound like it was a worldwide earthquake for mud floods to happen, because that's what causes liquefaction. I live in Christchurch. They had major earthquakes, and I actually saw that shit firsthand. I watched cars like sink.
There's a lot of different ways it could have went down. Flooding, mud, you know what I mean? Natural disasters.
No, I think
earthquakes.
all of them. No, that's what I'm saying. All of them, but it was one after the other. You know, so that's what I mean. If you space it out, it's like all of these things did actually happen. I believe the ether one was one of the earliest ones. And that's what like put everyone back to basically Stone Age.
Yeah, blessings, homies. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up over here. I mean, essentially, we're gonna bring part 2 of this shit. We got more videos and tapes. We have all the clips literally downloaded from their channel. So we're gonna review more of the Samantha saga on the CBO Cockboy Hotline crew. I'm sure they'll be spinning and fucking stream sniping and doing all that shit, looking up more information, coming up in my backstage, leaving like 70 messages. So we got them spinning tonight. I mean, I think I accomplished my purpose. Obviously they have me on their mind. I mean, already before though, because like I said, me and Truth or Cop will just start a stream and they'll start streaming, right when we start. So this is what it is. So it's an old tale. Cockboy Hotline crew, online buddies getting exposed out here. We got the second episode where they record this girl's mental breakdown and try to use it for content after sending their friend Bong Ripper up there. And then he goes and apologizes and confesses his so-called sins to toilet bowl birth. Fake Christian. So we're going to figure that out. And I'm sure we'll have Truth or Cop out here. Me and Truth or Cop will be back with that part 4 made by Machinebob, part 4, Schizomaxxing at Drewburger, part 2. Exactly. We got more of that going on. This is just the first part. And look at look at all the reactions.
I just want to say, I barely got to make fun of wives, and that's all I came here to do. Okay.
Right. We were gonna make fun of wives.
I only got to call him looking like a man like twice, maybe.
I know. I wish I had more. I couldn't pull up the Instagram. That's what happened.
But yo, you're not lying. There is a little bit of a manliness to it,
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to be like them and speculate that deep into it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really looking too deep into them.
Don't become the evil you set out to destroy. That's the hardest part of life, man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Expose the evil, but don't become it.
Right.
We ain't gonna start calling people bitches and shit for no reason,
So
just because they're sitting in a damn computer chair or whatever.
It's better to
You know what I mean?
die a hero than live long enough to become the villain. Is that what you're saying? What are we, Batman?
What?
I mean,
What?
what happened? Did your balls drop off?
What are you saying?
I agree. Don't become the evil you set out to destroy.
Yeah, be good. Don't be a dick. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm a dick. Fuck you.
All right. Sometimes you got to be a little bit of a dick. You know what I mean? But you can't do it with like malice, right? You got to do it with good intentions.
Yeah.
Dickery.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah. So that's exactly the way it works. Yeah. You can be a dick, but there has to be good intentions.
Yeah.
Or else karma fucks you over.
Like you don't want to fuck people up. You want to be a dick to build them. Because some people need like a little bit of a tough love to get them.
Many different situations, but we won't get into that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you need sometimes people need to come at you like a dick because some people are resistant to just like fucking people fucking stroke you, bro. You go out in the world, people just stroke you. Sometimes you need to hear it straight. You need to hear it something
The best
comes off like a
is
dick
swift
sometimes.
and offensive offense, right?
I'm just saying. It's not always a fucking jousting match either. That's how you get yourself into trouble with your own words when you start verbal jousting.
I would say
You become-
30% of it.
Yeah,
30,
but I
30%
think
of
what he
it
was
is
trying to
fear.
say is the best defense is a good offense.
Yeah, but you don't want to be all. He said swift. You don't want to be obsessed with the speed of it.
Did you ever think that maybe they're using small little 3-letter agency tactics? Trying to intimidate people, scare them a little bit. Thinking that's going to get them to stop what they're doing.
have to buy a whole set of teacups.
None of that shit works on me.
It's when these people actually work for the agencies that you have to worry about it.
I've had a
One
few
thing,
of them
it's one
trying to
thing
get in
if they're
touch with
lobbying.
me.
It's another thing if they're actually being paid by the government to actually sit out here and go on YouTube and do these kind of things. It's completely different.
And I've had a couple of them that I could name get in touch with me. Ex-CIA contractor, like one of each. Yeah, I've had them actually try and get in touch with me online. Holy crap, dude! My country's really small. I do a hell of a lot for like my small country.
Yeah, if anybody wants to address the audience, there's only gonna be 5 more minutes left. Okay, everybody, except for toilet bowl birth, you're not allowed up here. We're not giving you any more airtime. You know.
Got him.
I'll just say, I'm glad I was here to witness it. So you got a witness, brother? Can I get a witness?
Yo, toilet bowl's been on screen all night, bro. I don't want to hear any more of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the dude you see me to go and abuse? Like,
yeah. See, I was trying to find the clip where we sent where we sent DK Conspiracy to Toilet Bowl Bird Show. But that would have been a good.
Funny as fuck. He even got his mate to come on and try and give me shit. I shut down both of them.
That would be a funny. Yeah, that would be a funny clip. We'll find that for I'll find that for part 2. So stick around for part 2. We'll have a special clip for you guys. I mean, I still got.
Are you gonna carry on now? You're gonna go find that and carry on playing?
No. Because I don't know where it is.
Go find it now and carry on streaming. That was
I should, but it'll take me like forever. It'll take me forever to find it, but
for every stream we ever went on, they deleted it because they
because I don't have it. Actually, Neurojack has it, so we actually got to go ask Neurojack for that.
Go wake Neuro up, someone.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he won't remember which stream it's in, but yeah, we'll figure it out.
I did one on his and I did one on yours. I can't remember.
How is Neurocrack,
which
bro?
was on which.
He's chilling. He was on here earlier, but yeah, we sent DK out there, and so in part 2, we'll try to play that one. I mean, we'll definitely find it by then. But yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, homie, I'm out, bro.
Yeah, blessings, homie. Yeah, DK, what do you got to say to these people? You got any closing words?
Always my general standing words. It's like, man, all you have to do is make sure that you take everything you hear online with a grain of salt. Take what resonates, discard the rest. There can even be bits of information that come from people you don't like, but every once in a while they might say something true. Do not disregard it because of where it comes from. Just find what actually resonates, what is the truth, and incorporate all of that yourselves. And on that, I'm out. Much love,
Blessings.
no fear.
Yeah, much love, no fear, DK. Blessings. Yeah, and what about you? Inner darkness, the homie. I mean, you got anything to say to these people?
If there's anything extra you want me to know, message me. I'm gonna have to probably make a new Discord, but if there's any extra information you want me to know about what's going on, just send me, because I'm not too involved in what's going on. But like I said, man, you got another witness here, so.
Oh yeah, I'll send you the whole story, for sure, on the Discord there.
Let's expose the gay ops, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm tired of this shit. It's getting old that you can't even do what you're doing, which is a good thing. And you get all these crazy, as you say, cocksuckers out here. So
Right. Yeah, it gets old, but it's also, it's like free content in a way. So it is what it is. And,
You don't have
I
to
know.
pay per view here, man.
Yeah, that's how they use it. They use it for free content. So I'm happy to do the same thing. And of course we get more people involved in the stream, that are usually not here. Like we had a few new people in the chat. So I'm happy to have those people. But yeah, the main focus of the show is about technology and about its effect on society in general. Now, we don't make any proclamations or prescriptions about the state of technology in the modern world. We only take a critical stance about the use of technology and about the technological system, right? Okay, and of course, we're willing to debate and figure out with everyone what level of technology is necessary, how much technology is necessary to live a good life, and all of those types of ideas. So that is the main focus on this show, especially at the point where technology and religion and science and spirituality sort of intersect, in that line between the secular and the sort of theocratic sort of ideas. So we bring a lot of fusion of ideas and different concepts. We discuss the occult, conspiracies, ideas on the fringe of political theory, ideas on the fringe of theology, right? And all those types of things, right? So we're engaged in a complex study of different architectonic concepts, but on the side we also like to expose the panel drama, the fake grifters online, all right, the fake communities online, all right, and all of that type of stuff. And of course we're doing so currently from YouTube, but we're thinking about branching out, because of our friends DK, and other people that suggest that less censorship on other platforms. We may branch out and have uncensored shows on other platforms. So stay tuned, and as we figure out the constraints, and of course we may not always be here on YouTube. Obviously, we discuss radical ideas, okay, such as the ideas of Dr. Kaczynski, Dr. Skrbina, Jacques Ellul, right? So we get a lot of pushback, okay, from lots of different people, right? Okay, different fake groups online, all right? LARPers, right? But yeah, blessings. Yeah, I'm gonna throw DK out here. Blessings. Yeah, DK says energy from nature, i.e. gas, water, and oil is not stupid. Solar and wind are shit so far. D Live and Telegram. Yeah, blessings to DK. I don't think that's his regular channel thing. We gotta give DK a mod here so he could drop links. So we'll figure that out. But I'm pretty sure he had a different channel called DK Conspiracy. But yeah, we'll give him a mod here. Blessings. And then thank you to the people who are here. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with our regular show on Jacques Ellul. Oh, actually, I think it's gonna be on Kevin Warwick, right? I think his name is Kevin Warwick, right? On cyborgs or intelligent robots, right? And of course, he wants to turn himself into a cyborg, right? So that's part and parcel of what we're discussing tonight, right? But yeah, thank you guys for being here.
Ooh. Tayshawn Dorsett. Some say I used to use witchcraft. Reports up in the Bellevue, sources read. I practice voodoo. You tell me assholes what you assume is true. Investigate all myths till you turn blue. The haunted pages you turn to. The New York City vampire bats fly neighbors wanna know what Dracula do. Bite the neck of the horse in the Bronx Zoo. Nights are creepy when I walk through, or resume when I face the full moon. I howl with wolves on Fordham Road. May and June, African doctors talk and meet me in my room. Fog on the one train, the fossils of the Black Lagoon. Listen to Tago's tune, casting
spells in Manhattan, burning medicine at night with my magic broom. Eyes behind my head, scientific chemicals. Girls spray the third room with perfume. Operation Y palm reader with Western Union checks. Sipping scotch with Actifed. Allergies and salaries. I don't need an ambulance to take me to the hospital. Allergies and salaries. I don't need an ambulance to take me to the hospital. Allergies and salaries. I don't need an ambulance to take me to the hospital. You won't stop the night walker with oil lamps on Broadway, black London fog coats in the broad day, with red and white Nikes, 2 shopping bags from Dr. J, space for a car collector. I trade your Alex Rodriguez for Willie Mays. Women move out my way on they stay free days. Even if the mess ain't there, I'm still going to hang out at Shade. While you touch the record and let your JVC play. The feds think I sell human bones on eBay when you stuck on the West Side Highway. Allergies and salaries. I don't need an ambulance to take me to the hospital. Allergies and salaries. I don't need an ambulance to take me to the hospital. Allergies and salaries. I don't need an ambulance to take me to the hospital. Allergies and salaries. Allergies, salaries. Cold medicine. Vicks. I move through the third world, my third eyes that got a light, invite the fight, we all die tonight. The life I live, the 25 to life bid. The road we nig, I stroll a globe fugitive. Cream is short, C-cipher, power stalk, plus the fiend talk. 3 G's the course, the Supreme Court. White lies and blackmail land me back in jail. Railroad for sale, stolen gold, but it failed. Stranded on the front line, I shine through the dumb and blind. It comes time I take back what was once mine. Crunch time in the first quarter, from the worst slaughter. Devil's poison in the birth water. The earth daughter rests the head on my chest. Through the struggle, we cuddle in the half moon crest. While the press plant fear and exploit the gun blasting. Central broadcasting the shackling, nerves are unfastened. Trapped in deep water gasping. I clash with the titans for my half on the ass. I produces careers, the weak spot was the air. Scorpion dart, sister mark, pistol heart with silver spears. You're bewildered, my unsaturated, low filtered. Double still filtered, so them living built tilted. Proceeds upon the actors, the body has a tactic. Lactic acid, death, try cactus practice. You can never match this invincible. Tank indispensable, one nation under God. Indivisible with liberty and justice. The mic is in my clutches. Duck to bring buckets, leaving crutches. Unforgivable snakes face the double-edged sword starts to swivel. Decapitates the head, makes the projects more livable. Interchangeable, coarse and flammable. My chamber at 99 plus 1 unnameable. Angle and strangle. Microphone force starts to dangle. Counting as the gases that pass throughout your anal. You cheat through your doors. Seep out like spread through the pores. Destroy your internal organs with the biological warfare. First of all, before we move on, this shit is like a Yukon dog. Spread it out like great coupon spurgeon. Merging in the suburbs. Using this just like an adverb. Action word flowing like the blackbird car. Came in aiming like Terry Bradshaw. He hit the crash bar. Stay relaxed, guard. This shit is smash ball. You handle this just like algebra. UFO spot, I'm like Gallagher. Hold on like bulletproof accuracy. You so fly, yeah, right. You wanna get me how you rob me. You hear how I'm shooting it like they blue tops. No, you won't play me like a lady. Pay me 380, spit it at you like a baby. Final destination, hate.
War's extremely serious and it saddens me to have to take 10 the deadly measures and have you measured shot for no pay. It's assassination day. I stalk my enemy like prey. Tranked by the sexual sounds that deceives and lures MCs to the layer with a mic like begged in the waist to be bitten by greed. Temptation tempts my victim to proceed forward. Ignorance wouldn't allow retreat. You rather pursue death than admit defeat. Now who's best to describe for what I specialize in? Murderous rhyming, constantly entwining. My mind spits with an enormous kickback. Your brain then absorbs the impact. Disorderly called up from the crowd the feedback. It's assassination. It's assassination. It's assassination. It's assassination. It's assassination.
serpent, dumb out, scatter, fraudulent, pervert, wingmaster, treason, Anvil 120, the horny pointed dragon, launch from deviant bearded Zaxxon, database GPU 28 permeator, amnesia, heavily strip sleemer, megalopolis, cheap transponder beamer, weather modification ordinance to T3 coaxial transmission slush from corporate governance. The William Casey Cap City takeover, Reagan era protocol, decimate digi patent nano server farm, screw face and motor card, global positioning interference throughout the matrix, mother of all blasphemous, nebulous, rhythmless nation, pompous, spiny, arrogant, emotionless, gray-faced slave, pale zealot horseman, destroying all belligerent. This is personal and business, while purple creatures lullaby your infants. Stop encouraging your own censorship by supporting a profit over your survival. Be responsible for repping your own independent movement. This is Black Nigga State of the Union. Fuck reword retaliation against American neocon who use media as a weapon on its own population. While half the world starving, suppressing image Iridium Hubble station with a rogue general named Electric with financial interests in fusional nuclear weapons will broadcast the launch of fake holy war while you watch Kobe score 40 during the playoffs of Armageddon. Alpha Bravo Zulu time, keep America online guessing. Hand back my style and essence. What the fuck are you even thinking? Cabbage Patch, Kentucky Fried Wicked, Edomite chicken. Don't worry, mommy, Nintendo served as the covert secret training. So why little Joey became a collateral damage sandtrooper agent. Deep in the killing fields with Wacom as the only source of entertainment. The same little techno Autobots you watch crush each other for harmless enjoyment. And soon time will be on remote control protest crowd deployment. Titanium elbow jointed, cracking your primitive cerebral cortex. Got you uncertain channel surfing. Who's behind the control surface in certain bloody escalation tampaks? The true nature of the threat. Viciously rip free speech out the throat by clarinets. To keep Halliburton call out group profit in the dark. So every nuclear winter the Bin Laden and George exchange Christmas cards. Why do you think Saddam most trusted warring regiments called the Republican Guard?
Demons fight demons on Beast Vision. Tonight at 5 after the presidential speech. Biblical Babylon fixation on dinosaurs, demigods, and winged creatures. Secret bacteria, DNA, and all land walking mammals. The mind moves energy, developing cheap pressure. Bone compression process step by step. Sitting lowest in a microcosmic orbit. Internal exercise of the eye sockets. Receiving transmissions of mathematical substance. Proof the projecting dining in your living room is flat. Neo-national geographic man. Hannah Barbaric aftershock of the master plan. Blueprint of the matrix. Perspective already mastered man. Destined to destroy itself. Making into info worship where Satan steals your soul from behind a TV screen. Entering accessories for 1995 plus shipping and handling. Trapped in the square spectrum of light, my Superman's father. Dripping toward the biosphere of the earth atmosphere to the glass shatter. Antimatter. Deflecting asteroids from the planet using my photonic force shield. Animal bypass surgery. Helium 6 chip perfected isolated unification. First century television broadcast Christ execution across the Roman Empire. 666 Roman numerology engraved in the Pope's crown. 30 minutes of watching the false light reduce stimulation of brain activity.
All die. Beast Vision. Resistance is impossible. You said you were time travelers.
There is nothing. The special blood of Jesus Christ is the only thing that can remove the stench of sin from your soul. The blood of Jesus Christ is the only thing that can stop the death angel from invading your family.